felt that one in my soul.
All right. No Filter MMA family. This is your boy BJ, and I am back with another podcast, guys. And all you guys know from watching my channel, when I bring somebody in, when I bring people in, I bring the motherfucking best that's out there. So welcome my guys, Ant and John from Bloody Canvas MMA. What's up, man?
What's going on?
Man, you know how it goes, dude. You already fucking know how it goes, man. Great fucking night of prelims, man. Shit.
The best prelims of the year so far. I don't even think it's, to be honest with you, I don't even think it's close.
Dude,
A lot of finishes.
how many
like,
finishes? How many finishes on the prelims?
4. There's 4 finishes, and there's also 2 knockouts, 2 submissions. So it's like, and then the Nate Landwehr and Darren Elkins fight, like that could easily be fight of the night. And
Dude, that was a fantastic fight.
Chikadze and Rivera was a great fight too. Like the 2
fight.
fights that went to decisions were incredible.
Man, I'm telling you, man, it has been a night of fights, guys, but we are going to come to you it's live for us. It's not live for y'all. Sorry, guys, but stick with us. It's going to be a fucking amazing episode. This is a blow-by-blow analysis. We are going to be watching these fights live, man, and we are going to be talking and doing what the fuck we do. But my boys are all turning up with me tonight. It's fucking Saturday night. Let's fucking go. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Mm. So
Lord.
so if you had to pick just the prelims, fight of the night, who you got? You got a lot to pick from.
I would have to go Landwehr and Elkins. I mean, that fight was crazy. Don't get me wrong. All the other fights have been exciting, but like that fight was wild. So far, that's the fight of the night, in my opinion.
Can you guys still see me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I definitely can
what a
agree.
back and forth fight, man. I mean, at one point, I thought the power of Darren Elkins, I thought he was going to put the guy out because the guy's striking was very kind of like unorthodox. It was he had a weird style of striking, Nate Landwehr, but man, how effective was his fucking striking?
Yeah, I mean, he came on strong in the second round.
Dude, those step-in elbows, that step-in elbow was fucking... Whoa, hit me, dude. That was probably the bloodiest fight of 2019 in the UFC, I believe. If it wasn't the bloodiest, it's number 2. I mean, I can't really think who would be number 1.
I can't think of a number 1. The only injury I can think of to date was freaking poor Joanna's head. Like that still sticks out. Other than that, man, I mean, there's nothing really out there.
Yeah, I can't remember a fight like that.
Kevin Holland looked amazing tonight with a stop. Great win for him. But, dude, this was a huge, huge win for Miguel Baeza, man. He almost got finished in that fight. He was in there with a veteran in Matt Brown. And Matt Brown almost put his ass out, but he pulled it off, man. I mean, what was you guys watching that fight? What was you guys' reaction, man?
Man, immediately I recognized that Matt Brown was looking a little slower, just a little bit. But, man, every time he started to throw, it began to land, and he started landing that combo. And, oh, my God, I thought Baeza was out. But, nope, they let it go full, which I was happy. And then he pulled himself together and, landed that bomb. Like, oh, my God.
Yeah,
I think Baez is going to give a lot of fighters problems in that welterweight division. And when we were making our picks video, I brought this up. He fought at UFC Tampa, and I was there, and like his leg kicks just sounded different. And he got a leg kick finish in that fight, but like even before that, like they just sounded different. I mean, this guy hits hard. He obviously showed that he could, he has a chin and he can tough out really tough situations, because I don't care how old he is. If Matt Brown has you stunned and against the fence and he's throwing elbows, I mean, he could be 60 years old and like I would not put it past him to knock anybody out. So, incredible performance for Baeza to come back like that. He checked a lot of boxes tonight.
Yeah, dude, he really did, man. He did. One question I wanted to ask you guys, as we approach this we approach this main card, and as we, everybody's already made their pick. I haven't really made any official picks on the main card, but has any of your picks changed? I watched your videos and I saw your picks. Has anything changed or wavered since you guys have made those picks?
Yeah.
What a bomb ass episode, by the way, too, guys. Fucking nice
Thank
episode.
you.
Appreciate it.
Sure.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm starting to listen. Like that main event, I'm rooting for Walt Harris. I'm really truly rooting for him. But I just feel like as much as we view Alistair Overeem as a legend, like we still sleep on him a little bit. I feel
for
like,
sure, dude. For
right?
sure. I made that point today. I just something. I got a lot of MMA people on my Facebook page, man, and I just put it as a status. I was like, I'm rooting for Walt Harris in this fight, man, because of all that he's been through. But I mean, guys, he's fighting Alistair Overeem. Go ahead, John. You go ahead and finish what you were saying.
And it's just like, listen, I mean, for all the reasons why we're rooting for Walt Harris, like those are the reasons to be a little bit concerned, like for him. And I picked him to win this fight. I hope he wins. I think he has a great chance to win. However, the more like the moment is starting to sink in with me, and the more I'm watching all these videos about everything that he's been through, it's just like I'm starting to feel like a little bit more like just like, man, this is tough. We're asking a lot of this guy to come out and look good tonight.
Yeah, I think he's gonna look. I mean, how do you know? That's for you, Ant. How do you think he's gonna look, man? I mean, I'm kind of on the fence. I don't know what you said. Like, I don't want to say the wrong thing, But
I gotta be honest with you. Outside of what happened, I think we're gonna see a sharp Walt Harris like we have been in the past few fights. I think it's just gonna be turned up a notch. And what worries me, I hope he don't, of course, use that as motivation and everything. But I hope he don't like over jump it and he gets caught doing something wild, because Overeem is like, you never know when he shows up. Like his stance is always weird. He has that wide stance sometimes, and then sometimes, he just it's over him. Like you never know. So man, I'm excited for this one. But real quick to answer your question, man, I've been today. I don't know what's going on, but I'm starting to think Claudia might pull it off. I think she might. It seems like her back is up against the wall, man. And when you think about it more, and she's been looking great. She seems focused, and she hasn't had the best of luck lately when it comes to, getting a fight together with everything going on. So, and I just believe once we see these two ladies in the octagon, Claudia is clearly going to be the bigger person. Like, she's going to be thicker, and she's going to utilize that.
Yeah, but the cardio thing, that's what always worries me when it comes to fighters like Claudia Gadelha and even Amanda Nunes. John, we have had this conversation about the cardio, bro. So, when it comes to fighters like that we've seen in the past, gas like Derek Lewis, it's like you can almost predict what's going to happen. So,
yeah, I think if Claudia, I think this fight is all about where it takes place. I don't think Claudia can beat Angela Hill on the feet over 15 minutes. I don't think she could do it.
Okay.
But I don't think Angela Hill has anything for Claudia on the ground. Even despite this run that Angela Hill's been on, we haven't seen her in a defensive position on the ground against someone like Claudia, because there are few opponents like Claudia on the ground in that division. So I honestly think, like, for me, it was just like, all right, where's this fight going to take place? Because if you gave me the answer to that, I feel pretty confident that we'd be able to figure out who won that fight.
I'm trying to remember. Was she on her back at all in that Luma fight? Was
no,
she?
that was striking. That was all striking.
Because I was like, I don't think that ended up on the ground at all.
Yeah, and she dominated Luma Lookboonmee on the feet. Angela Hill is a solid striker. You know what I'm saying? But with all that being said, John, I'm gonna ask you second. And what's your keys to victory for Angela Hill in that fight?
Keep the fight standing and stay active, because I mean, and you look at that Randa Marcos fight for Claudia, her last time out at UFC 239, like that was not really the most exciting fight. And it was a new camp for her, all this stuff, a big adjustment. But I mean, I don't think she looked all that great in that fight. I don't think she would say she looked that great in that fight. And she wasn't very active. And with Angela Hill, keep that pace up, keep landing shots, be aggressive. If you're fighting like that and you can keep the fight on the feet, I think Angela Hill has a great opportunity to win this fight.
Yeah.
What you think, Ant?
Like, John hit it right on the head, but if she's able to establish that pace, because even when Claudia fought Nina, we seen when Nina was able to establish that pace and stay a step ahead of Claudia, that gave her a lot of trouble. And if Angela's able to do that, and we know Claudia does get gas, because she might try to do a little clinch work, but I think it's going to be a majority of striking. And if Angela Hill can just look out and be on her toes about any openings that might happen, because when Claudia's fighting, there's plenty of openings. Like, there's plenty. It's just, she's able to get out of the way sometimes. Sometimes she can't, and she eats them. And if Angela Hill can just put it on her, man, it can be a clean sweep all 3 rounds, but I think it really depends on just how Claudia looks tonight. Is she going to look like that former title contender, or is she going to look how she's been looking,
Well, I think one glaring key to victory for Angela Hill, in my opinion,
can't hear you, bro.
You talking about the fight?
Yeah, somebody's TV is loud as hell.
How about that?
Okay, yeah, that's better.
All right, it's my TV.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I think one of the biggest keys to victory in this fight for Angela Hill would be to establish the jab. And the reason I say that is if you go back and you look at the Joanna Jędrzejczyk fight, which Claudia Gadelha, I mean, you can make the case that she's not the same fighter as she was in that fight, but Joanna Jędrzejczyk established the jab very early in that fight with Claudia Gadelha, man. And the jab, to me, because Claudia Gadelha cannot fight at distance. She can't fight at distance. So the reach advantage for Angela Hill is what she needs to utilize. Like, if she can establish a jab and keep Claudia at the end of that jab and keep Claudia away from it and avoid the clinch and avoid the takedown, then I believe that Angela Hill can probably go in here and beat Claudia Gadelha. I wouldn't be surprised if she beat Claudia Gadelha. I mean, because like I said, man, Claudia she ain't looked the same. Like, she just hasn't looked the same. She just hasn't looked the same. She hasn't looked good. Like, I could see her losing and then fighting like an Amanda Ribas or a Mackenzie Dern or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? But I see Angela Hill winning this fight for sure. I just feel like she'll take this fight.
Yeah.
Cardio. I think the cardio will be the thing that makes this fight for Angela Hill.
And another aspect of this fight is that Angela Hill has been fighting on short notice, all these times.
Yeah.
And Claudia had a fight booked for DC, which was December 7th or 6th or something like that. And then she had a fight at 246, like all this stuff. And it's, it's like how does that affect her? But I look at this fight as I agree with what you're saying, like, largely about Claudia, but you look at her record and it's 17-4. She's lost to Joanna Jędrzejczyk twice, Jessica Andrade once, and Nina Ansaroff. Like, if she wins this fight and looks good winning this fight, then she's right in the thick of things. But her losses are to strikers, and you look at the people who have given Angela Hill trouble, they're all good on the ground for the most part in her recent losses. So this is a really good opportunity for both of these women to just go in there and kind of face somewhat of their kryptonite. And whoever looks good after this fight, man, is going to be I mean, maybe not Claudia, only because she's been around for so long, but
Yeah.
But like,
right.
I think we could be looking at Claudia a little bit differently and be more excited about her potential moving forward if she looks really good in this fight.
Yeah. I just really want to see how she looks. I want to see how she. But this is also a huge opportunity for Angela Hill. But my question is, how far does Angela Hill go? How far does Angela Hill go in at strawweight with people like Carla Esparza and you know what I'm saying, who looked great in the last fight, Tatiana Suarez? You know, how far does Angela Hill go?
Good question.
You
In
know, I
all
mean, it's like,
reality, how far does she go? What's her peak at that division? You know, in that division,
right?
I
is
think
she
it's all
peak
I think it's all
champion?
matchups.
Yeah, definitely matchup.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I
Yeah,
think you know she could. I don't know if I'm not saying I'd pick her in the fight, but like I think she would have an opportunity to go in there and like compete well against a Joanna. Like just compete. I don't can she win the fight? I don't know. But like
Yeah,
I think she could go in there and compete. And you look at that first fight that she had with Jessica Andrade, that was a good fight. That was a really good fight.
yeah.
I think she could give Jessica Andrade a good fight as well. But someone like Tatiana or Carla that's just able to take her down and just handle her on the mat, like I just don't see her having
Right.
any chance against those. And then Rose, I mean, Rose is a beast.
Yeah.
But I got to see
without
Rose back.
striker.
I got to
Yeah,
see Rose back though. But like I think she could give. I think she has a better opportunity against a fighter like Joanna or Andrade or even Rose
Yeah.
than like would against Tatiana. If Tatiana's on her game, then I just don't see how Angela Hill can compete with her.
Well,
It's
you
a
know, well,
style matchup.
there's potentially two spots coming open. It potentially could be two spots coming open, and that's because Rose Namajunas is coming off of an injury and a layoff, and Tatiana Suarez is coming up. We don't know how those two are going to return. You know, those two are at the top of the division. We don't know how Tatiana Suarez. You know, I hate to say that, and I've interviewed Tatiana Suarez before. You know, it's just like this neck really gives Tatiana Suarez issues. You know,
mm-hmm.
how good is Tatiana gonna be when she comes back? You know, and then you know Rose. You know, mentally Tatiana is there. It's just physically is where Tatiana's coming into. Rose Namajunas, it's mental and physical. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, you know. I don't know, man. It's too, you know, potentially you could see Angela. If I say if there's anybody I could see filling those two spots potentially, it could be somebody like Angela Hill and somebody like Amanda Ribas. That could happen. You know,
I agree.
if Amanda Ribas keeps putting on performances like, or even to say this, maybe even Carla Esparza may be the one that rises up. Carla Esparza has always been at the top of the division, you know. But if those two can't compete right now, you know, or ever again, we don't know. If they can't compete, somebody's got to step up. Somebody's got to step up. So, I mean, I should say there's three girls that can step up, and that's Ribas, that's Angela Hill. She gets a big victory tonight, and that's Carla Esparza. That's what I see coming for that division.
Yeah, especially with Claudia being the number 6 fighter in the division. Like
Right,
she's number
right.
6, right? So if she's to lose, we already know Angela Hill's gonna break into the top 10. And then, you know, whenever they decide to really adjust these rankings, you know, there's still some names that need to be pulled out for the time being. We know Nina's going to flyweight and
Right. Having a
Cynthia's
baby.
going to flyweight, yeah. So there's a bunch of changes going on, but
Alexa Grasso.
yeah,
Now we see Courtney Casey with a nice fucking win tonight.
Great
You know,
win.
Courtney Casey she looked great at flyweight. She's big at flyweight. She's long at flyweight. I mean, okay, Courtney Casey. I would love to see what Courtney Casey could do at flyweight if she could get up there and mix it up at flyweight, man. I don't know. What do you guys think about how does she look at flyweight today?
I want her to fight Jillian Robertson.
Dude, I'm gonna send you guys the screenshots when we get done here. I inboxed Jillian and said I said I was low key hoping that Courtney Casey called you out. And then she was like, Jillian Robertson told me tonight that she wanted that Courtney Casey fight, and they did not give it to her. They did not give it to Jillian Robinson. She wanted the Courtney Casey fight.
So we're all on the same page. So I didn't know that happened. Like you said, you saw it. She wanted. Like I mean, that fight just makes perfect. Like I was watching it happen.
Perfect sense.
And as soon as that armbar got locked in, I was like, I need to see her versus Jillian Robertson. Like that's the fight.
Dude, because if Courtney Casey wants to test her jiu-jitsu, she steps in there with Jillian Robinson, she better fucking have her striking on point. Because that's the clearest path to victory.
She just got a win over another ATT fighter. I mean, I don't know what Jillian's future looks like necessarily, but like they train together, you know, at least have. So shit, man, that's a really interesting matchup, and
yes,
I'm in for that one.
Oh yeah.
You heard it here.
Were they able to establish if Casey...
You heard that shit here first, you motherfuckers listening.
Oh,
Jillian Robinson versus Courtney Casey is what should happen at fucking flyweight.
Hell yeah. Were they able to establish or confirm if Casey snapped anything on Barella, or was that just, you know, a bad armbar?
I think we would have heard it. I think we would have heard it if it like snapped.
Yeah, I think we would have
heard her screech a little. Not screech, but...
We never synced up with like what we're all watching.
Yeah. What'd you say? I'm sorry. I might have to reconnect my Bluetooth.
We didn't sync up with what we're watching. So like we could be like the fight's about to start for me.
Yeah, the fight's about to start. Yeah, I was just.
Are you watching it on ESPN? Like just straight ESPN?
Yeah.
All right, so I got the same time as you, and this dude's gonna be behind, but
for unforeseen circumstances, I'm about 10 seconds behind, but it's cool.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's just John. Let's just kind of delay. Let's just kind of delay our reactions just a little.
No promises.
I'm not going to be the freaking party pooper. Go ahead.
Guys, so Song Yadong versus Marlon Vera, man. I mean, they're both bantamweights. They took this fight short notice. They're fighting at featherweight. So essentially, this is a bantamweight fight, essentially. What are you guys expecting on this fight? What are you guys expecting from? I'm big on Song Yadong. I like Song Yadong.
Yeah,
I'm big on him right now.
I am too, but I thought he lost his last fight. I don't know how they scored that a draw. I am high on him though. This is a huge fight for him because Chito Vera is no joke, and you know it's an opportunity to kind of right the ship from the last fight. And if he gets if he could stop Chito Vera, man, jeez.
I'm ready to see how Song's looking. He's coming off of that draw. He's supposed to be the next big thing for ATT. Mm-hmm. How's Marlon Vera gonna look? He don't want, this up and coming prospect to, derail his whole thing he got going on. Oh, yeah. 2 killers stepping in right here.
He's looked great. Yeah, he's looked great his last 6 fights?
Yeah.
Cheeto's got those feet wrapped up. What's up with that?
I don't know. It was kind of weird. Cejudo and Cruz both had them wrapped up the other day.
It was.
Nunes does that.
Luke Rockhold had that nasty infection on his shin.
Yeah,
so he wears
cover that shit up.
He had that shin guard kind of thing.
Oh my god!
It was like he was rocking like soccer socks on one of his when he fought Jan.
Oh yeah, dude, Chito Vera has a significant reach advantage here, man. Oh,
Yadong's explosive as fuck too.
He is, dude. Yeah, he's close to the distance well too.
Did you remember that fight that Chito Vera had his last time out with Andre Ewell, where he entered in and had a standing guillotine, he just. It was crazy. If you want to see a pretty exciting fight, go back and watch Chito Vera and Andre Ewell. That's like a under the radar kind of banger.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and get refreshed on that one. You guys have great. I just got a Joe Rogan fight companion notification. Yeah, man. You guys' MMA memories in specifics are way better than mine.
Well, I was at that event though, so that was UFC Tampa, so it kind of sticks out to me. You know what I mean? But
right.
Burned into your soul.
Yeah, that's all. That's also the night that my girl Amanda Rebus beat Mackenzie Dern, which you're trying to take away from her and not really give her all that much credit for. So, which kind of hurts my
She can't get
heart.
credit for that fight. She can't get that fight. No, not that version of McKenzie. We need chunky McKenzie. Oh, nice by Song Yadong. Nice left hook, man. That was a nice little quick little check hook that he
He's showing
threw.
everything too. He's throwing a lot of kicks, a lot of strikes.
Yeah, he is.
Vera's still trying to find that reach.
At range, man, he's got the advantage there, but he's still got how long his arms are. Ooh.
This is one of the hardest fights of the night to pick for me.
Yeah, that's a tough one, but I did pick Song Yadong.
Anthony, who'd you take in this fight?
Song.
I went the other way. I took Cheeto.
I was thinking about it with Cheeto, but I'm like, the only thing that conflicts me is how it would end up on the ground. Because both of these guys are so powerful on the feet. It's like, what happens on the ground? Nobody coming out of Team Alpha, I don't care who they are, is going to allow someone to handle them on the ground. It's just not going to happen.
Right. That's fact.
Both are still finding their stuff, man.
Yeah. Cheeto's starting to land some leg kicks too now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He's starting to find that. He just threw that teep kick. He's starting to find that. Find where Song's going to be. Nice leg kick, inside leg kick.
Mm-hmm. This guy's getting after it.
Oh, God. Song Yadong is explosive. That kid is fast.
How old is Song Yadong?
He's young, man. He's
24,
real young.
some shit like that.
Yeah.
He has a long road ahead of him.
Oh, he's got a long road.
22. Oh my God. 24, yeah. I'm talking.
He's young for sure. Look at Song Yadong controlling Tito Vera in the clinch, man. Yeah. He definitely looks like he has the strength advantage here for sure.
He does. Oh, he's got reversed.
Knees in the clinch. Strikes in the clinch. Okay.
Cheeto's not going to go anywhere, though. I think this could be a real good.
Could be a barn burner.
Round, yeah. Oh, he's got the landing elbows. Good round.
Ooh. Ooh.
So I had to rock I rocked the penny here.
Hey John, you should pause yours for like. Your round's already over, right?
My round's over.
You should pause for like 20 seconds.
Your round's not over.
It just ended.
All right, hold on. I gotta get the remote. Hold on a second.
Yeah, all right, bro. Man, I think second round we'll see Tito Vera a little more active. He was kind of pawing. He wasn't really. He was throwing the kick, but he didn't really throw a lot of hands in that round. I think he was trying to see where Song Yadong was going to be, but Song Yadong is looking good, man. Holding him up in the clinch, dominating the clinch.
Yeah.
Throwing the more cleaner, effective strikes. To me, it's what it looks like, you know. But Tito Vera was working that leg kick, man. I'm telling you, leg kick, man.
Open up a little bit. All right. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna pause it right as I'll pause it at 4:55. How about that? The round hasn't started yet, though. All right.
You're gonna pause it at 4:55?
Yeah, but it's not.
Okay.
Hold on. The time didn't come up. All right. It's at.
Okay.
All right.
Round just started.
I'm paused at 4:45.
So when it gets to 4:45 to tell you to start.
You gotta pause it though, because Anthony's gotta catch up to you.
No, I'm good. They just got up off the stools.
So, but tell me when you're at 4:45. Like, should all pause.
I can't give you that information, sir, for unforeseen circumstances.
Are you paused?
I can't pause it either.
BJ, are you paused?
I'm paused. Yes. Let us know when your time gets to 4 minutes and 45 seconds. The time clock.
Oh, we're gonna be waiting hours.
I'm good.
Start it. All right, that was the worst. You didn't give us like a
That
countdown.
was the worst. Yeah, that was the worst.
Guys.
Just out of nowhere, he just goes, "I'm good." Like, what the hell does that
I'm
mean?
sorry.
We're waiting on your ass, and then you don't even give us a heads up. Like, hey guys, get ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Where's the countdown, bro?
Yeah, where's the
I'm
4-1 here, bro?
I'm sorry, fellas. I will not let you down next time.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, yeah, straight up, guys. You see Cheeto Vera using that distance a little bit better coming in because he knows he has that advantage, man. Now you see him starting to use it a little bit more.
I really think this fight's about to open up.
Yeah. It doesn't mean anything for Song Yadong, though. He's so explosive.
Yeah. Both guys, though, like Cheeto could catch him too.
Yeah, he can.
Starting to regret my pick.
Oh boy, John.
We'll see though.
Yeah, we're synced up. I can hear somebody.
It's John's.
I got it. It's quiet.
It's perfect though.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's great.
See, yeah, this fight is definitely opening up. Good call, John. Nice, bro.
You could see them. You could see them both figuring each other out, though. You know what I mean? They're both explosive guys.
Hmm?
Song Yadong has a lot of power, man.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Song Yadong versus Cody Garbrandt.
They train together, though.
Yeah, I know. Do they really?
Well,
Yeah,
I think Cody. I think Cody left like the gym, not like all the time, but I don't think he's training there full time anymore. So who knows? But those guys probably have some gym wars to speak of.
Ooh. Song Yadong throwing heat at Cheeto Vera. Woo!
Ooh.
Oh man, Song Yadong.
Cheeto's right there, though.
Yeah, he's right there, man. He just can't. I mean, Song is hitting him at you know, his timing is very weird. Song's timing is weird, so he can't, like, Cheeto hadn't got the timing. It looks like he can't throw a punch or something. Oh.
You guys thinking, man? How's this round looking?
I just started chuckling as you said that because I was just thinking about your lack of countdown. It cracked me up. I just kind of like thought about it again. But I mean, I think this is a good round.
It's the couple shots I took. My senses is off. You know, come on.
Yeah. This is a good round. I mean, these are clearly two of the top 15 bantamweights in the world. Like,
oh, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay, Cheeto.
Oh, man.
Oh, big knee.
Oh, nice knee. Oof. Okay, guys. Looks like there might be a little shift in tide here.
Yeah. Yadong's looking at the clock.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he might be tired, dude, because he's been throwing heat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
boy.
Getting after it.
These boys are not playing.
Oh, good right hand. It's a great round.
Nice jab. Yeah, this is a great. John called it, man.
Yeah.
Got to give the boys props. He called it.
Yeah, it is. Hell of a fight, fellas. Hell of a fight going on.
So far, this card is better than Wednesday's card.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. By far.
Oh yeah.
What a fucking round, bro. What
I got
a
it 1-1.
round.
I got it
it
1-1.
1-1 too, bro. Yeah, I got it 1-1. I got it 1-1, bro.
It is 1-1. I mean, that little barrage they just threw at each other when they separated in the clinch. Like, Cheeto was throwing them things, fellas.
Jeez. And throwing elbows too. That's what got me, is he was throwing elbows. Man, I'm loving it. This is why we love this sport, guys.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this card is kicking Wednesday's cards ass. Like, it's kicking Wednesday's cards ass pretty good.
Wednesday wasn't bad though, but I think tonight's one of the best cards of the year.
So far.
Like, just in terms of like crazy fights.
And blood, man.
Hell yeah.
All right, here we go. Cheeto Vera was fired up.
Yeah, he does. Maybe he's thinking he got to win this round. He's going to come out there.
Yeah, whoever wins this round wins the fight, bro. I think Song Yadong might be fading just a little bit.
This is like a career-altering round for both of these guys. Like, I thought he was in mount.
He almost was.
Whoever wins this round is gonna get like a top 10 dude and like be right in the thick of things. Right?
What were you saying about a career-changing fight?
I'm saying that like whoever wins this round is gonna get a top 10 opponent probably, and like, you know what I mean? Like, this is a huge fight for both of these dudes, and it's 1-1 going into this round. Cheeto Vera's starting out hot too.
Jesus. Yeah, Song Yadong starting to look at that deer in the headlights look in his eyes.
Looks gassed a little, you know?
Yeah.
Breathing a little heavy.
Man.
Back strong though.
Looking to his corner.
He's still throwing heat.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. My DoorDash just delivered my Chipotle that I ordered an hour and a half ago.
I'm super jelly. What you got from Chipotle, bro? Come on. You guys can't just say you got Chipotle and not say what you got.
Chicken, rice, vegetables, salsa, corn. Your boy's trying to get ripped for the summertime, you know. Trying to eat healthy a little bit.
Trying to get that Yoel neck. You know what
I mean? Man, you wild, bro. They said that Yoel neck.
I mean, John got it about 50%. Couple more months, he's gonna be crazy.
So I went for a long ass bike ride today, and you could see the tan line. Like, look at my
sunburnt a little.
Yo, my arms are like 1,000 degrees. Like, there was just no way I was putting sleeves on. No chance.
Jesus.
Oh, good luck. Oh, Cheeto Vera coming right back. This is a great fight.
Knee is money. That knee for Cheeto Vera is money. That step-in knee, when Song Yadong comes forward, it's money.
To the body. Oh.
God, man. Song Yadong caught him. Good slipping by Song Yadong.
Great clinch work from both fighters, man.
Yeah,
man.
Really active there.
I mean, you could Song Yadong could be looking at another draw.
It's a tough fight to pick.
This round is close.
Crazy.
He's just popping at him now.
Oh. Oh, man.
Oh, nice knee. Oh, my God, fellas. Who does this? I mean, there's not a dead spot in this third round. Where the hell does it go? Where the hell does it go?
I think Cheeto had that takedown, landed a few shots on top, and I think it's been like even on the feet. Oh, that's another takedown.
Oh,
like,
he got a takedown.
2 takedowns and like pretty even on the feet. I think it's Cheeto Vera to this point, right? Like, it's kind of gotta be. It's gotta be. But like, it's close though. Like, both guys are landing on the feet, and Cheeto Vera has 2 takedowns. He didn't do much with the second one, so I don't know if we can really count that one. But
nice little hook. Ooh.
This is razor close.
Oh my God. Oh, he's gonna try to finish him.
Oh. Yeah, this is Cheeto's fight.
You think so?
I think so. I'd score 29-28 Cheeto. 2 and 3. But I also picked him, so I'll acknowledge the bias.
Uh-oh. Fight's over almost.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh,
Damn.
dude, he might have won this fight, dude. He just dropped him, bro. Did he drop? Was that a spinning back elbow?
I think by who? Yudong?
Yeah, was that a...
No, I think Cheeto
just...
went. Cheeto was getting a little crazy at the end.
Yeah, hot whip kicks.
Great fight. That's a great fight.
That fight needs to get some kind of a bonus tonight for sure. There's so many contenders for bonuses tonight, man. Already. We're not even halfway through the main card.
Yeah, I mean, that was the first fight on the main card. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What if Claudia Gadelha versus Angela Hill is a barn burner like that?
Crazy.
That would be fucking crazy, dude. That was a great fight, dude. That was a great fucking fight.
There hasn't been one dud yet. Oh, knock on wood, John. Why would you say that?
Oh, you just won the whole card.
Nah, dude. Jocko and Anders will be a good fight.
Oh, I think so.
I hope so. I hope so. I hope so, fellas. I do, man. I really hope so.
Serious question, fellas. I mean, Eric Anders has been training with Walt Harrison. They're clearly close friends, right? Do you think it will affect Anders in any way, making him want to turn up the heat a little, motivate him more to, not want to go out there and, I mean, what was it? The fight before the last one, the referee was picking him up like he collapsed in his arms.
That was against Thiago Santos. That was a little while ago.
It's true. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, you know what I'm aiming for? It's like, I wonder how that motivates Anders in a way.
Okay, say that again. Hold on. Wait till they announce this.
Yes, sir.
I got Song Yudong, man.
What?
Yes!
What?
Yes!
Oh, come on. Come on. Yo, so we're just going to give this dude...
fight, bro.
We're just going to give this dude every close decision, every benefit of the doubt. Yo, he lost his last 2 fights. I don't care what anyone says. He lost his last 2 fights.
That last round. I think he definitely lost that last round.
What?
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's also the first... Now I could say it. Man, I picked every single fight on the prelims, right? And I picked Cheeto Vera, and I should have won that fight. I should have won that one. I'm hurt. I have feelings. Clearly, they weren't concerned about my feelings. Oh, that's tough.
Dude, he definitely won that 3rd round, bro.
No way.
Look at the highlights.
Cheeto had, we'll call it 1.5 takedowns. He didn't do much with the second. It was even on the feet. Dude, those elbows.
Okay, I guess I forgot about the takedowns. But the cleaner, more effective strikes, you have to give that to Song Yudong, though.
I thought it was pretty much even on the feet. I don't know. I got feelings, and they just stepped on them, and it hurts.
Squirrely judging. is the judges squirrely tonight, man?
Well, I think they have been. What fight was it? Oh yeah, that Darren Elkins Nate Landwehr fight. 2 judges scored at 30-27 for Elkin or for Landwehr rather, but Elkins clearly won that first round.
Oh, he definitely won the first round. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's kind of shaky. That's kind of shaky because he definitely won that first round. But that it took a minute for that dude to get into his groove. That dude is a weird striker.
Like Landwehr won the fight. Don't get me wrong, and like it's not like a big deal. I thought he won the last 2 rounds like pretty convincingly, but like you can't tell me that he won that first round. So the 2 judges that scored that, like, what are you doing?
Right.
Well, you know that's what we've been plagued with lately is bad refereeing and even worse judging.
I know.
Real quick, guys, I did want to point out that at the weigh-in, Walt Harris is way bigger than Alistair Overeem.
Huge.
Yeah. Huge.
Like, he's way bigger than Alistair Overeem.
Huge. Like, he really is. And
they're showing a package on Kevin Randleman. Nice.
Makes you wonder how that size difference is going to come into play.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Is he getting inducted to the Hall of Fame?
Maybe.
For what?
He's a legend.
Is he Hall of Fame worthy?
He's a legend.
He's up there. I don't know. I guess. Like, I'm not mad about it. I'm just a little surprised. Maybe he's a Hall of Famer.
Maybe. Yeah, we gotta give him credit, John. Give him some credit, man.
I mean, if we're just letting everyone Hall of Fame now, I guess.
You have to.
Let's see.
Dude, he slammed Fedor. I forgot he slammed. Was that Fedor he slammed like that?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Right on his head.
Hall of Fame.
The Hall of Fame is it's the MMA or the UFC Hall of Fame? That's a question.
I'm hoping.
What if it's just like, yeah, we wanted to just say hi to Kevin Randleman?
No, dude. That is tough to watch.
It was tough to watch.
I mean, it's all emotional stories. I mean, if it's MMA Hall of Fame, like I'm cool with it. But like UFC,
Shmee.
I don't know.
Hello, Shmee. Oh yeah, it's Hall of Fame, fellas. Oh.
His wife was taller than he was.
I mean, it's pretty random to do it on this night. You know what I mean? Like, out of all nights.
Yeah, that's like it doesn't fit. Like, show this shit right after you show.
Show that a pay-per-view.
Story.
You know what I mean? That's a pay-per-view thing.
Right. I mean, it's got our attention though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing since this is the UFC that's on right now, I'm pretty sure he's going into the UFC Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I don't think there is an MMA Hall of Fame. I think it's like
it gotta be the UFC, man. I mean, what are we doing, fellas?
I don't know, kind
of. This is killing my vibe, you know,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
We just came to like a screeching halt, and we're just like trying to just like talk about whatever, but I don't know, man.
Dude, this depressing ass shit that they put in front of us. Get that shit off the screen. Let's see the next fight, damn it.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Jesus.
they're talking like his credentials on here are all UFC related. So I mean, like, they're not really. I don't know. I'm not gonna. It's not gonna ruin my day that he's.
I mean, you can't knock Kevin Randleman.
No, I mean, I get it. I'm just a little surprised. Shame on me. A little surprised. A little surprised.
It's weird to see them not sitting together, man. This whole no crowd thing is weird, but I like it.
It's work. It's,
I like
you know.
I'd get sick
I'm
of it
warming
if
up
it kept
to it.
going, but like I'm cool with it for now. But like there's something about the crowd being there that like you know what I'm saying? But like I'm cool with it for even a couple months. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't dislike it, but
We're still getting fights, but eventually you're gonna have to go back to it. We want to like when Ngannou knocked out Rosenstruck, dude, and to hear nothing after that, it was like, oh, you know, it took me by surprise a little bit. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, the crowd would be erupting in there right now if there was a crowd there. That place would be on fire at that moment. Oh yeah.
That would have intensified it. Like John mentioned that before. Like if the crowd was there, oh my God. That would have been ridiculous.
Oh, faux show. Guys, I mean, I wanted to ask you guys a question though. Has anyone heard from Bellator?
No.
This dude. This guy. I think they're coming back in July.
Anyone heard from Bellator?
I think they're coming back in July. I think I saw that.
I'm so surprised Bellator hadn't. I'm so surprised Scott Coker hadn't put something together though.
Right.
Yeah, I think we'll see him in July.
Because Scott Coker's a crafty, sneaky little fucker. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean by that?
Dude, come on, man.
No, I'm not like necessarily disagreeing with you. I'm just like, when I think of Scott Coker, I don't think of like sneaky. I don't know.
Oh, he's a genius. He's smart as a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. He's a smart ass dude. But when I say sneaky because Chris Cyborg gets cut from the UFC. What does Scott Coker do?
Yeah, no, I get that.
He picks up Chris Cyborg. Kat Zingano gets cut from the. Kat Zingano has a little bit of shaky feelings getting cut from the UFC. What does Scott Coker do? Sign Kat Zingano. You know what I'm saying? Like Scott Coker's smart, but he's a sneaky little thing. Dana White hates him.
Yeah, it's a competition, you know. I don't know. Like I like Bellator, but I feel like
There's a but.
Yeah. Oh, there is a but. I like Bellator, and like I watch all Bellator events. Don't get me wrong, but like it bothers me that they do some stuff that makes you scratch your head, and they just get no heat at all. Where like Dana White is criticized for everything he does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's like the only thing. Like Bellator, for example, like I'm sorry, but in 2020, you can't have fights on tape delay. You can't do it. And I don't watch those cards. If it's a tape delayed card, I just refuse to watch it. I won't do it. And like
that's what they're doing right now, right?
It's crazy town. Like I just don't understand how that's something that you're doing. I think that they would, and I know that people give the UFC a lot of shit for this, but I think that they need to add rankings of some sort to their promotion and their divisions because like it helps build fights because it's like number this versus number what. It helps put into perspective how big these fights are. And it's like you can talk like all the trash you want about how the UFC gets their rankings, but having a ranking system, like I'm sorry, like that would prevent them from putting MVP against just some random guy that's walking down the street every time. You know what I'm saying? Like he'd have to like he wouldn't be able to fight these no names if there was a ranking system, because people would be like, how the hell are you doing like number, I don't know, he's probably ranked like what, 2 or 3 if you really think about it in the welterweight division. And like how is this guy fighting someone that is like has barely fought ever? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. There's just like some stuff like that. Like I never heard anybody ask if Bellator was paying the fighters for their canceled cards. There was that first one that got canceled after the weigh-ins that the fighters got paid, and we know that. But no one ever asked. No one ever asked about the other shows that got canceled, because there were like 3 or 4 shows that got canceled. No one asked if those fighters got paid. I haven't seen it anywhere. I haven't seen it anywhere.
Dude, you're absolutely right.
I'm not trying to, I don't want to ask the question just because I'm waiting to see who's the first person to bring it up. And I've been waiting for a month, and I still have not seen it, more than a month, and I still haven't seen it anywhere.
Dude, that's a fucking amazing point, dude. Because I was wondering, you know, as a whole, like, where the fuck is Bellator been? But the point that you just made, man, that's a fucking pretty good point, dude. Bellator does sly away, like putting their stars against cans, and really, like, I mean, put MVP is potentially one of the biggest stars in Bellator. You know what I'm saying? So the ranking system would put that to an end. They do need to have a ranking system, though. Like, I do agree with that.
And I get why they do it, to get highlights, to like build his persona and all that stuff. I get why they do it. Don't get me wrong. But if the UFC booked, I don't know, Francis Ngannou versus me, you know what I'm saying? Like, people would be like up in arms and like revolt and like talk about how like crazy it is that Dana's just trying to push this guy, just trying to get up. And it's like people like just, which like I'm not even saying is necessarily a good argument, but people would say that. Like everything that this dude does, people just like shit on. Where if you really take the time to look at what's going on at Bellator, which I love, don't get me wrong, but they're not perfect either, and no one brings up their shortcomings. So it's just kind of annoying to me in that sense. But I mean, I love Bellator. Don't get me wrong. I love all MMA.
I do. I love Bellator too, man. Bellator's fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stars in Bellator. There's a lot of good fights that happen on Bellator cards. I've interviewed a lot of fighters that I've seen on those Bellator cards. So I'd rather enjoy Bellator, but a ranking system would be nice, so we could have some kind of anticipation for the people who are this person that's facing the champion. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this next, like the Ilima-Lei McFarlane versus Kate Jackson. Like, not a whole lot of people knew who Kate Jackson was. You know what I'm saying? Like, because
they knew her from
like,
Tough.
Not a lot of people. Yeah, like not a whole lot of people really knew who she was, because there's no ranking system. Like, we haven't seen her climb the rankings. You know, she's just put together a little win streak and she gets a title shot. You know, so
it's crazy.
Quick question for both of you fellas. Do you guys think Bellator dishes out the biggest check to Michael Chandler and try to re-sign him? Or do you think we finally see him go to the UFC? Or does he go to ONE or wherever else he might end up? PFL maybe, get $1 million?
I mean, I got my BJ, I'll let you go. I got my opinion on this one.
Are you saying that, do you think that Bellator is going to pay him to make him stay?
Yeah. Or do you think he's just going to be like, fuck it?
Dude, Scott Coker got Viacom money now. You know what I'm saying? He fucking around with Viacom. He got Viacom money. He signed Chris Cyborg to the biggest women's MMA contract ever in existence, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Chris Cyborg making more money than Ronda Rousey did from MMA. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, and now she's the champion. Dude, Scott Coker is paying those like, dude, Rory McDonald, he had to pay Rory McDonald, dude. He had to pay Rory McDonald. So, of course, dude, Scott Coker, one thing about Scott Coker that I admire, Scott Coker will write he'll write a motherfucking check.
Mm-hmm.
Scott Coker will write a check. I mean,
good businessman, by all means.
I gotta give it to Scott Coker. That motherfucker will write a check.
I think they pay the top tier talent pretty well, but I think that they're like the bottom tier, like those fighters.
Don't get paid much.
No, they don't get paid much, and you know, a lot of those dudes and ladies, like are like 2 or 3 fights deep into their career. So like I get that. I get what's going on. You know, like those fighters don't necessarily, you know, listen, I want all fighters to get paid a bunch, but like those fighters don't get paid. You know, it's a question that I would love answered.
Well, the one I just asked you,
he's getting
I would
excited.
like that one answered.
All right, I'll answer the Michael Chandler in a second, but we've already talked about that. We made a video about that, but I'll remind you in a second. Everyone says it, myself included.
Cyborg, and she's the Grand Slam champion.
Myself included. I asked the question, or I say that I want all fighters to get paid more, right? BJ, you just said it. I agree with you. I say it all the time. Like we all say it. Everyone says it. My question is, we just throw out this, I wish fighters should get paid more. I wish that happened. What should a fighter who's fighting on the first prelim of the night, like what's the number that we would agree is like, you know what? That's a good number. I've never like
they should
seen
make
that
at least
conversation answered.
They should make like I think like a first fight on the prelim of what, like a Bellator or
no, like
UFC.
this, like who fought
right now?
Nascimento and Dontel Mays early. Like what should they have been paid? Like what's the answer?
$15,000?
Yeah,
15
I would
grand?
say 15 grand to show, and then fucking.
But that's like what they're getting paid now. That's what they're getting paid now. But you see what I'm saying? Yeah, it is. That's what these guys get paid now. It's like, are we expecting? And I don't know. Like, listen, I want everyone to make money. I don't care who. I want everyone to be rich as shit. But like, what's the answer to that question? Like, what should those guys have gotten paid? 100 grand
to be fair,
open the card?
I wasn't expecting Rosenstrike to get paid $22,000 to die. You know what I mean?
No, like I get that, and there's some fighters.
He got paid $22,000 to fight Francis Ngannou.
I think it was 26, but regardless, it was in the it was in the 20s.
Fuck.
Yeah.
But that's because this dude just signed to the UFC last year, and he got himself into this crazy position on his first contract. So like, I don't know. Like, I've never seen an answer to that question where.
That's a good question. What's the number? Episode. That's a whole episode, bro.
Like, should those guys have gotten paid 100 grand to fight on the first prelim that like not a lot of people are watching? Let's be honest. Like what's the number? And like, you see
There's a fight happening, boys. There's a fight happening, boys.
Of course, but I mean, we have to consider the different cards. Yeah, the cards. Yeah. Like, from what I'm seeing, you know, the card Amanda Nunes is going to be fighting on the 6th. I got to be honest with you, it's looking like a true stinker unless they throw a few more bangers and maybe another title fight. The only thing I'm looking forward to is Felicia and Amanda, man. That one's a stinker so far.
That's unless Jillian Robertson gets on that card, then.
That'd be great.
You know, yeah. Okay, Eric Anders
with the mullet.
Christoph Jocko is a beast.
Yes.
Yeah, he just can't finish fights, and Anders is tough as fuck.
Anders just ate a shot.
He did. That fucking haircut.
It's that mullet, man. It's the powers. He's going for the Tim Elliott.
I like Eric Anders though. We just me and the guys from One Up MMA, we just interviewed him a couple of months ago. He's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah,
he's awesome. A good dude, man. He's very down to earth. Like him a lot.
Very humble. Very, very humble. Like he don't give off that vibe like, oh, I'm this big athlete. I've done this and that. Like you wouldn't have known about his background unless you know he tells you.
And like playing for Bama is just like no joke.
It's huge. Like
that's no joke.
That's real shit.
Yeah.
College football is something that.
Oh man, he's catching Eric Anders.
Yeah, he is. He's faster.
He's catching that crazy upward elbow.
Yeah, and he's throwing it too. He's thrown it a few times.
The thing is, I just think that Anders is going to be there for all 3 rounds because I don't think Jocko can finish him. And Anders is tough as shit.
Dude. Whoa!
Yeah, man.
Oh,
and he's cutting off the oh my God, he's cutting off the
He's grabbing the
octagon
cage.
well. But Anders
Yeah,
just has
he
to be
is.
first. He can't let Jocko keep bullying him like this and cracking him. He's not
Takedown.
Boom,
bullying him.
nice takedown. I hope Anders doesn't blow his load though.
Probably not. I mean, he looks fine so far, but if he gets into these firefights, man, it's gonna start looking real bad as soon as we get to the close of this first round, I think.
Yeah. I don't think this fight goes past the second round, let alone the first round.
Oh, I think we could see both guys gassed in the second round.
Do you
For
think
sure. Go ahead.
both of you guys think that Jocko was prepared for a firefight or just, pick him apart?
I mean his output is high, man. His output is high, so maybe the pick apart option, hoping to expose a hole in Eric Anders' game since he's fairly new to MMA. So possibly, but as you can see from fighters like Greg
Oh,
Hardy, they catch up pretty quick.
Yeah, I think that if I'm Jocko, I would not want to get into a firefight with Eric Anders because he just hasn't. Eric Anders is tough as hell, and
he's got power.
Yeah, and Jocko hasn't. I mean, he's looked good in a bunch of his wins, but he just doesn't get a lot of finishes. So like, just not the type of guy I'd want to get into a firefight with.
I mean, let's be honest, fellas. Is Eric Anders gonna keep taking those leg kicks?
Yeah,
he did against Roundtree. He did against Roundtree.
Dude, that was an ass whooping and a half.
I get that, but he ate those leg kicks and he kept moving forward and he made it 15 minutes.
Oh boy!
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Dude, Christoph Jocko fights like Yair. Oh my God!
Crazy.
I'm gonna have to roll up another one on this fight,
But I'm sorry. What was you about to say, man? Before I cut you off right there.
Who, me?
You was about to say something. No, you.
Me?
About what?
Use names. Yo, there's two of us. Use names, bro.
BJ.
Oh.
This guy's like, no, you. Whom? And we both go, who, me? And there's two of us. Like, he's not pointing, he's not doing anything. It's just you. Okay.
Dude, you are the king of the worst.
Yeah, dude. Right? What the hell is going on?
That was awful, dude. That was absolutely awful.
I gotta get back on the gym, fellas. I gotta get back in there.
Man, you guys are wild. You guys are wild, man. I think these guys. I think they're blowing their loads, man. I think these guys are blowing their loads this first round. I don't see this fight. I don't see this pace being kept all 3 rounds. I don't see it being kept. What y'all think?
I think that we could be in for. I think we could be in for like a slow second round, and these guys get back after in the third round. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Okay. Honest, man. I think we see Eric Anders slow down a lot more before we see Jocko.
Yeah.
Like Jocko's doing a lot of running,
yeah.
But he's not throwing nothing but heat. Like he's connecting, but he's not throwing everything. Eric Anders is really starting to wind up, and we can see it.
Yeah, he is. I was just getting ready to say, man, Jocko is throwing a lot of punches straight down the pipe. That's the thing about striking, man. You see, is it back on already?
Yeah.
Damn. Commercial.
What's up, fellas?
That's not the fight. Okay. That's just highlight. Throwing those punches straight down the pipe, man. It always catches those people who throws those looping strikes. Like Rebus, like your girl Rebus, Josh. That's what she was doing to Mackenzie Dern, man. Mackenzie was relying on her power, throwing those looping shots, and Rebus was throwing right down the pipe, dude, and it was perfect. And that's what Jocko's doing, man. He's throwing straight down the pipe.
Both ATT fighters.
Are they really?
Jocko's strong. He's strong, bro.
Yeah, he is. He's solid.
Going, yeah.
Both these guys are solid.
Little spinning elbow right there. Little
Oh
action.
yeah, little thing. He threw that in there, you know. Oh, nice. He always talk about his career at Alabama when he's fighting.
Yeah.
Like, okay, guys, we know this. we know this. God, we gotta listen to Michael Bisping's list all night.
Man, he just yells. Like, he just yells. Even when he's talking.
Michael Bisping is, man, I love him to death, but he can be cringe sometimes. I don't know who's more cringier, him or Chael Sonnen. I would love to see them on the panel together.
I mean, I know my answer for that is Chael is more cringe.
What's the beef with Chael P? Come on, fellas.
I don't have.
Somebody called me Chael Sonnen on my channel one day.
Oh,
I was like,
wow.
what? I was like, are you serious?
Did you tell him about like how, like a bike ride you went down and did all this stuff, and then you got some food after, and that's why Eric Anders was going to beat Christoph Jocko? Because that's a Chael Sonnen story.
He got the phone call from somebody.
I think I was ranting about women's MMA, which is usually what I'm ranting about. I'm ranting about something to do with women's MMA, and they call me Chael Sonnen.
Women's MMA is the best women's sport in the world. I don't care what anyone says.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. It's not tennis. It's not soccer. It's not gymnastics. It's not nothing. It's women's MMA.
Women's tennis is all right. I mean, I'm a big tennis fan. I watch men and women tennis, but like there's good women's tennis, but like that's because like I actually like my reasoning for it is that
y'all see that elbow? Sorry.
Women's MMA and women's tennis are the two sports where like the sport is the same. Like it's a little bit different, but like you can't tell me, like, I'm sorry, but like if you watch the NBA or whatever and you're a big fan of like high flying dunks and like all this stuff and like playing above the rim, like you're not gonna like the WNBA. It's a different sport. Like that's a different sport. You know what I'm saying? Like they're talented as shit. And like the WNBA, don't get me wrong, I'm not embarrassed to say this at all. Like I used to go to like a couple WNBA games, like in Connecticut when I lived there. They played in the casino. Like that's a nice day. Like you go to the casino, stop, see, watch a half or 3/4 of a basketball game, then you go gamble. It's a nice night. Yeah. I used to do that all the time. Not all the time, but a few times. But like women's MMA and women's tennis, like it's like the same sport. Like and they play it at such a high level. Like Serena back in the day in Wimbledon. Oh my gosh! Like that's how you start. That's how you start a morning, right?
Savage. Oh, Eric Anders going for that takedown.
He's going for it.
Get a charger. I'm dying here.
Going for it, man.
Eric Anders trying to get the fight to the ground.
I mean, this round's about to come to a close. How do you guys have it? I think it was incredibly close. I mean, you can go, man. You can go Jocko 2-0, but I mean, it can clearly be 1-1.
It can clearly be 1-1, but I'm gonna have to go Jocko 2-0. Jocko 2.0 for show. Yeah, man, I think he won. I think Eric Anders is pushing though. He's pushing with the clinching and trying to get the fight to the ground and trying to land the heavy shots. But this dude is good. I think Eric Anders may have underestimated Jocko's strength because Eric Anders thinks that he can looks like he's trying to muscle him up.
Yeah.
Jocko's a strong motherfucker, dude. When we see, Eric Anders, superb athlete, probably the more athletic person between the two, but Christoph Jocko hanging in there, man, against that cage, man, on the ground, whatever. He's hanging in. Yes. Dude, but my standout fighter, man, this week so far, I got to give it to Boom Kelleher, man. Brian Kelleher looked fucking amazing, dude. I had to talk. That's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Dude, Brian Kelleher, and he looks fucking huge at 145 pounds.
Yeah,
Fuck.
I
he did.
he looked great in that fight, but I think he is going up the wrong alley when he's calling out Sugar O'Malley, man. See what I did there? Like, I think that's
Nah,
too much. Come on, man. I
nah.
think
I
that
don't think
strike is
so.
gonna be too
I
much.
don't think so.
I
Brian
do.
Keller, dude. Sean O'Malley is there to be knocked the fuck out.
Oh
He's there to
wow.
be
Wow,
knocked the fuck out.
wow. Oh, wow. I
I mean,
just,
now I want to see that fight more, just
yeah,
based off 10 seconds of you guys talking about it.
yeah. I mean, because I want to see what Kelleher got for O'Malley. Whether, I don't think he has much for him on the ground, but when it comes to striking, he can definitely catch him. But I just don't think O'Malley's going to be there to get hit, to be honest.
Boom Keller. Keller is like a he's like a Justin Gaethje out there. You know what I'm saying? He can knock motherfuckers out. Just knock them the fuck out, dude. He'll knock Sean O'Malley the fuck out.
Yeah, I see it.
I'd like to see Sean O'Malley at 145 pounds though.
Yeah.
If he can
I
make
would like to
35,
see.
though, then I mean, fuck it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's gonna get
Yeah.
some people problems. Yo, I still don't know how Corey Sandhagen makes 135 either. Like that's crazy.
Or
That's crazy.
Marlon Moraes.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Different
Marlon
body
Moraes
types,
is
but
huge.
still, yeah.
I'm fucking still curious to see how Edson looks in the octagon
Yo,
in
that's
this
the next fight. Like, that's
Like,
crazy,
it's
right?
crazy.
Oh fuck yeah, dude. He's
Is
gonna
he
look
gonna
like
look
himself,
shredded?
dude, 'cause he didn't look any different on the scale.
He didn't look
Crazy.
different, but
Gonna
we
look.
could definitely see it in his face. Like, in his
Oh yeah.
face, very apparent.
Dude, Eric Anders is tired, bro. He
Oh,
is
yeah.
tired. You can see it in his face. He's tired. That motherfucker is tired. You called who? I forgot which one of you called it.
I don't know, man, but it kind of makes me think, like, why'd I pick Eric Anders going into this fight? I should have known better.
I know why I picked Eric Anders. I stand by the pick. It might just maybe you're not gonna get every pick right. I stand by it. The thought process was there. Like last week, and to your point, BJ, when you were talking about Boom Kelleher, another dude on that same card, Drew Dober. Like
What?
Drew
what?
Dober.
Oh my goodness, dude! And in our picks video for that fight, yo, I kid you not, I said Drew Dober has been so impressive. I think he's going to finish Alexander Hernandez. I think that we are putting a little bit too much stock in what Hernandez did in his UFC debut. But if you look at his fights outside of that fight, leaves a lot to be desired. Drew Dober is going to knock him out. But I'm gonna take Alexander Hernandez, and I said exactly how the fight was gonna go, but for whatever reason I had this gut feeling that Alexander Hernandez was gonna win, and I took him, which is stupid. That's to me is a fight where I look back and I'm like, why the hell did I make that pick?
Yeah.
But like I get why I picked Eric Anders to win this fight. You know what I'm saying? It just might not happen. It happens sometimes.
Like you have to go back sometimes and ask yourself why you say certain things. Like I asked myself after the Ngannou fight, I was like, why did I think that Rosenstruck versus Ngannou was going to be competitive? Like, why did I think that fight was going to be competitive? Like, there was no way that fight was going to be anywhere close to being competitive, bro. Nowhere close.
Too much, too fast.
Mm-hmm.
Too much, too fast.
I still want to see Alexander Volkov versus Francis Ngannou. I want to see that. I want to see that.
Yo,
BJ, and you need to ask yourself, man, do you really? Do you really?
Yeah.
Do you really?
I want to see John Jones versus Ngannou at this point. They've been talking trash on Twitter.
Jones.
I
hate John Jones.
I don't want to see John Jones end up like that. I can't. It's like, but if it's like, if he's gonna lose, I'll have him lose to Francis, But it's like, I don't want to see him go to Pluto, man.
I think John Jones beats him. I do. I think a really Chris. I hate the word Chris. I fuck it up every time I say it. Every fucking time I say the word Chris, I fuck it up, dude. I have to say it twice. Anyways, I think a Chris striker beats Francis Ngannou. And the reason I say that is because Stipe is a great striker, but Stipe, I wouldn't call Stipe the best striker in the world. He's a great boxer. But John Jones and like Alexander Volkov, man, those type of strikers, dude, with the range I mean, yeah, Rosenstruck's a great striker, but he didn't have the range. These guys have the size. They have the range. They can stick a jab in Ngannou's face. They can move. Like, that's a different fight IQ, man. And, as powerful as Francis Ngannou is, power isn't always the do-all, say-all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he catching people. He catching people. But if he got somebody that can, I mean, Rosenstruck was swinging, but he was so far out of reach, man. Like, his punches meant nothing when they landed. You know what I'm saying? Because he was reaching. He was trying to avoid being hit and was reaching at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And there was nothing behind it. But those guys, man, like Jones can throw that teeth kick, man, right up the middle, hit him in the gut, bro. You know what I'm saying? Volkov as well. Throw those kicks, man. That long jab right down the pipe, dude. But of course, if you get caught by Ngannou, you get caught. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it could take a striker like that to outclass, for instance, Ngannou. And we know he's going to gas. So, I mean, what do you guys think?
I just want to see Francis Ngannou fight. But I don't want to see him fight Daniel Cormier, though. I don't want to see that fight at all.
He'll kill Cormier.
At all. I don't, because it's either going to be a boring ass fight where Cormier takes him down and just rides him out and gets the victory, or Ngannou's going to knock his ass out. And I don't want to see. I don't want to see either of those. I want the trilogy, or Ngannou versus anybody else, just not Cormier. I mean, I don't mind the Volkov fight, but at some point though, this dude deserves a title shot in his next fight. At some point, you see what I'm saying? So it's tough. But with the John Jones fight, if you had John Jones come up, it's like, all right, maybe let these dudes, Dominic Reyes and Jan, fight for the interim title or some shit, whatever. Throw a belt on that fight, and then have Jones go up, fight Francis, big money fight, exciting fight, no belts on the line. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Hell yeah.
I mean, it could work out in Francis's favor, too. He gets that big money fight with John Jones. I mean, if he loses to Jones, he's not necessarily going to lose that title shot, Yeah. I mean, it would be a huge halt on the division, though, because then all eyes on Jones. I mean, poor Curtis Blades, he's going to be freaking hung out to dry at that point.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Curtis Blades I think if Curtis Blades had beat Francis Ngannou that second time, he would have been in position to fight for the title, but he lost that fight. That's the biggest setback, I think, for Curtis Blades. I think that kind of put Curtis Blades back in the wings, just kind of like that loss, the loss to Weili Zhang put Joanna back in the wings a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because Curtis Blades was there. If he'd have beat Ngannou, he'd have fought for the title already. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But he lost that fight. So I mean, Curtis Blades might have to wait. I mean, he might have to take another fight. I can see them make Curtis Blades versus Rosenstruck. You know what I'm saying? If they were to make Rosenstruck versus Curtis Blades, I think Curtis Blades may win. I think he wins that fight, but
then you're kind of killing off Rosenstruck if he loses 2 losses in a row. I don't know.
Oh, dude, he's done. Nobody will ever take him serious again. If he loses 2 in a row, nobody will take. Now, if he goes on a fucking tear, depends on who they put in front of him. Then I mean,
yeah.
Nah, that's kind of.
I'm gonna go pour another drink.
Let's look at Barboza. Let me look at Barboza here.
I'm gonna pour a drink to get ready for this fight. I'll be right back.
Oh, pour a drink, bro. It looked like Damian Maia holding his pads. I was about to say, I know Damian Maia is not holding pads for anybody, bro.
Oh my God. He would go flying through the wall. Edson throws one of them kicks, bro. I mean, what are you thinking, BJ? Do you think Ige is going to want to, play that striking game, the leg kick game with Edson Barboza, or do you think it'll just be too much? Edson Barboza is a veteran at this point.
I think Edson Barboza takes him out, man. I think Edson Barboza, unless Dan Ige can get this fight to the ground and show us something there, show us, any improvements in his grappling or something like that, man. You know what I mean? Edson Barboza. Even though we've seen Edson Barboza lose to like Justin Gaethje, we've seen him lose to Habib. You know what I'm saying? But
Tony, everybody.
yeah,
Not
Tony.
everybody,
But
the
when you,
top killers.
yeah, but these people are finishing pretty much. They're finishing Edson Barboza. I don't think Ige can finish Edson Barboza. And if you don't finish Edson Barboza, he'll probably finish you. So I mean, I
I mean,
don't know, man.
speaking ahead, BJ, I mean, anything can happen. We're still,
Anything can happen. Anything can
anything
happen.
can happen. Where does Edson end up in the rankings? That's some deep waters up there in the featherweight division. Deep waters. I mean, do we see a Edson Barbosa versus Yair Rodriguez? Zabit, what goes down?
Oh,
What goes down?
oh,
I'm sorry, BJ. I know you're
man.
having a long night, but what goes down? He's going to get a big fight.
Oh,
He's going to get a huge fight. He has to. It's Edson Barbosa, man.
Yair versus Edson Barboza, dude. And I'm a huge Yair fan. See, like honestly, I pick my favorites out of each class, each weight class because
You have to.
I
When you're
don't
a fan
I
of
don't
the
have
sport.
to I don't oh yeah, I don't usually have to worry about them ever fighting each other. But
Mhm.
when you got one of my favorite lightweights is Edson Barboza, and then now he's going to featherweight, and Yair Rodriguez is my favorite featherweight. Yair and Shane Burgos are my two favorite
Yep.
featherweights. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'd have to go Yair, man. Yair is that to me, dude. Yair is that good, dude. He's
Yeah.
that good. I don't know, man. I see a lot of potential in Yair Rodriguez, bro. I do, man. A lot of people are like, why do you like Yair Rodriguez? I'm like, dude, I just like it.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
It's like somebody. But I mean, when we're talking about the top five of that division, BJ, Max Holloway, Brian Ortega, Zabit, Zombie, and Yair, I mean, that's a deep division. That's a
That's a
deep
deep fucking
division.
division, bro. That's a
It's a,
deep division, homie.
it's a, and you
Okay,
throw
yeah, he
Edson
looks skinny.
Barboza
He
in
looks
there.
skinny.
Yeah.
He did look kind of skinny. Okay.
And I mean, how does he shape up against a guy like Calvin Cater who just destroyed Jeremy Stevens? You know what I mean? Like, what goes down?
You
Is
talking
he
about
just,
Edson?
yeah, if he's to get the win, he can hit some serious roadblocks. Was 145 the best
He could,
decision?
dude. He could.
Or
He could.
when we think about it, man,
Just like Jose Aldo can run into some problems at 135, dude. You know what I'm
oh yeah,
saying? He's already run into a problem. He lost the fight. You know, he lost his first fight down there. So
and
I
a lot of
mean,
people forget he lost that fight.
yeah, he lost that fight. He went to bantamweight for it, just like TJ lost that flyweight fight.
Yep.
Like, jumping weight classes is always risky, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I say, man, like, because you can be fighting somebody in the same weight class, but you could be coming from two different sides of that weight class.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you think about Amanda Nunes and Felicia Spencer, Amanda Nunes usually fights at a weight class. Well, it doesn't mean she weighs that, but she fights at that
Yeah.
weight. So, and then you got Felicia Spencer, who has fought as high. Felicia Spencer has fought at lightweight before. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the size discrepancy is going to work. Is what worries me for Amanda Nunes in the fight with Felicia Spencer. Just that size and strength discrepancy is going to be there. So Edson Barboza, he's probably going to be stronger than a lot of guys at 145, but there's definitely people at 145 that can beat Edson Barboza for sure.
Just to clear up, because John came in at a weird time. I had said, assuming Edson gets this win, John, right? How is he going to shape up against guys like Calvin Cater or Yair Rodriguez or Zombie? Like, did he make the best move in hindsight going to 145? Like,
I mean, we got to see because, I mean, no one thought that Aldo should
But
have
he
gone
didn't
down to
win.
bantamweight. But he looked good, though, against one of the best.
But he lost that fight. He
Fair
lost
enough,
that
but
fight.
I'm saying, like you look at where Edson Barboza is at right now against Dan Ige. Like, Dan Ige is not the number one contender in the featherweight division, where Aldo fought the number one contender, the guy who dominated the first round of a title fight a few months earlier. So I'm just saying, like you see, I think that we could be in a scenario where we're higher on Aldo's performance than we are on Barboza's performance, even if he wins in this fight. Like, that's possible.
That's possible. Yeah. Okay. Man, you always see, John. See, that's why I don't like doing podcasts and shit. What you do, you know what I'm saying? Because I make a fucking point, and I've been thinking that when I make a point, this ain't a point that just popped in my head. I've been pondering this shit in my brain for weeks at a time, and you just chop the motherfucking shit down. You know what I'm saying? Like you chop
I'm still mad at you for talking shit about Rebus and saying that Felicia Spencer is going to beat Amanda Nunes. So, now we're even.
Oh, dude, Felicia Spencer, dude, that fight is 100% winnable for Felicia Spencer, dude. I'm sorry, man. Like, I inboxed Felicia. I was supposed to interview Felicia Spencer a while back. She got busy, I got busy, and it didn't happen. But I inboxed Felicia Spencer, and I told her. She didn't respond, but she read it. And I said, I sent her a link to one of my videos, and I said, I 100% believe that this fight is 100 that you are 100% capable of beating Amanda Nunes. I said, I believe that you are. I said initially I thought Megan Anderson was the more dangerous opponent for Amanda Nunes, but now that I think about it, you are the more dangerous opponent for Amanda Nunes. So I had to let her know, man. For real.
No, listen, if I thought you were an idiot for saying that, it wouldn't bother me as much. It's the fact that I think you might be onto something. That's what's making me so salty.
It's just tough, man. It's a tough fight.
Dude, that's funny as hell. Dude.
It's a tough fight for both of them, man.
It's a tough fight. Yeah, it's a tough fight. Like, is Felicia Spencer going to want to stand up to that power? Like, that's the thing. Like, is she want anything to do with that power? Because she got hit by Cyborg. She got hit by Cyborg, but she didn't get hit by Amanda Nunes. Right. So it's like, will she put Felicia Spencer down? Megan Anderson, who I believe punches harder than Amanda Nunes, Megan Anderson landed clean on Felicia Spencer twice and didn't put her down. So it's like, but MMA math does not make sense. MMA math does not make sense. So you can't apply that to this situation. But if Felicia Spencer, I hope she doesn't pull a Ben Askren. I hope that doesn't happen. But I believe if she shoots for that takedown early, man, pull a Cat Zingano. Take her down and just fucking do what you got to do.
You're giving John anxiety over
there. By the way, speaking of MMA math, Felicia Spencer beat Megan Anderson. Megan Anderson beat Cat Zingano. Cat Zingano beat Amanda Nunes. I mean,
Megan Anderson did not. Don't even try to. Dude, don't even go there. Like, she did not beat Cat Zingano, bro. Yeah. Cat Zingano was about to hand Megan Anderson her ass on a silver platter. That's
crazy.
What was.
It's crazy how different. Imagine think about this, man. If Cat Zingano wins that fight, then she's probably the one who fights Felicia Spencer. And if Cat Zingano beats Felicia Spencer in that fight, we could be getting Nunes Zingano too at this point. Like, how big of a fight would that be at this point? You know what I mean? Like,
Cat Zingano's not in the UFC anymore.
I'm saying, but if she had beaten, her in that fight and it didn't go that way, maybe the UFC re-signs her. You know what I'm saying? And it's a different situation. And then maybe she's the one who fights Felicia Spencer that night instead of Megan Anderson. And I don't know. I just feel like things might have been a little bit different from there if Cat Zingano had won that fight. But that crazy toe, and look at where we are now.
Cat Zingano could have for sure mixed it up at 145 pounds in the UFC. Cat Zingano for sure could have mixed it up.
If Cat Zingano was the one fighting Amanda Nunes at UFC 250 and she had beaten Megan Anderson, looked good in that fight,
that'd be a huge fight.
That'd
be a huge fight, dude. That would be a fucking. That'd be Amanda Nunes' biggest fight of her career. Her biggest win would be to avenge that loss to Cat Zingano for sure. Yeah. All right, let's see what Edson does, guys. Let's see how
I have a question for both of you fellas, but we'll wait until after the bout.
Okay. Don't forget that question.
I won't. It's burned in my mind.
Oh, write it down.
Edson looks fast.
Fast. Very fast.
He looks fast. Sorry, guys. I had to turn my camera off because I had to lay my phone down because it needs to charge.
No worries, man.
Yo, Dan Ige is throwing heat at Edson Barboza, though.
Oof.
Oh,
That might be.
Edson Barboza!
Oh!
Oh my God!
Oh!
Shit! Edson
Barboza.
Oh my God, dude, he might tear through the featherweight rankings, bro.
Oof. Oof.
It'd be dope if this was Shane Burgos versus.
Can you imagine? Can the Hurricane handle that?
Hurricane, yeah, man, I think he can do. He's one of the best in the division, bro. I'm telling you.
He is. That division's
stacked.
It's a complete joke. Like,
oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh Lord!
That.
Oh, fucking Edson Barboza is a savage.
Oh my goodness!
Oh nice. Back up to his feet. He needed to get back up to his damn feet. What a night of fights, man. What a night.
Great
night. Edson Barboza with the
beautiful body shot.
Uppercut. Jesus. He's a tank, dude. I think, dude, could we be seeing the second wind of Edson Barboza at 145 pounds, guys?
Why not? Yo, shit. Like, for me right now, even if he gets clipped and loses this fight, I think we can all agree that, like, moving down to featherweight, he looks good. Like, he might not win this fight because Dan Ige is a monster. You know what I'm saying? It's not, like, an easy fight. But, like, you look at it and it's like, okay, he passed, like, the smell test, you know? If he had got dropped and finished early, then it's like, all right, probably should have stayed. All right, but.
By the way, guys, this is fucking fun as shit doing this.
Yeah, I'm having a good time.
Guys know I'm really enjoying it. It's awesome. This is awesome.
Yeah, this is great. Especially on a good night like this, man. Who would have thought this would be one of the biggest standouts?
This card? Yeah, who would have thought this card? I slept on this card. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. I slept on this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is nice, guys. Couldn't you do this for a living?
Oh.
Couldn't you get paid to do this?
Can you imagine being in Michael Bisping's seat?
I'm telling you, dude, that'd be fucking awesome. Too bad you can't smoke in there though. I'd have me a joint. I had me a joint lit.
Oh, come on, man. You gotta have the edibles in your pocket and just act like you can't got this stuff. Ooh, oh my Lord.
Barboza, dude.
Oh, Edson got cracked with a knee, it looked like.
Oh.
Ige's turning it up a little.
He is. Look at Ige's face. He has been lit up, dude.
Big time.
He has been lit up. Dude, when you're in there with somebody like Edson Barboza, dude, you gotta fight that Khabib style. You can't stand at range with someone, a sniper like Edson Barboza, bro. I mean, that's where he excels, bro. I mean, you gotta nullify that. And Khabib did it amazingly. Justin Gaethje just met fire with fire and knocked him the fuck out.
That's the only one that could do that.
Dude, in hindsight, we're a week out. Justin Gaethje is the interim champion, guys. Tony Ferguson versus Khabib is gone forever. But it's not gone forever, but it's gone. The match.
No, it is gone forever. Like, they might fight in the future, but Tony versus Khabib, like, with all the marbles on the line, where Tony's gone through like this great run and never lost, Khabib undefeated, like, that's gone. Even if they fight again, like, you're interested for the matchup, but not like for what it means.
The prestige of it.
Yeah, exactly.
The fact that, and the fact that it's been booked multiple times, and just that whole thing, and it's kind of gone. But Justin Gaethje versus Khabib, guys, I mean, man, this is gonna be something to talk about, guys. I mean, this matchup that's an insane matchup. That's
If it happens.
My question. Oh, it'll happen. My question is, what approach is Khabib gonna take? Like, is Khabib gonna stand and trade?
Hold on, BJ.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
That's not gonna happen. We know what's here. We all three of us know in our hearts. Once that round starts, Khabib's gonna push Gaethje to the cage. Gaethje's, if he has some success striking, I'm expecting it. But once Khabib gets that leg, what's Justin gonna do? He's gonna have that same look on his face everybody else does, whether they look in their corner or they look overwhelmed. All this bullshit about Justin Gaethje having a great wrestling background, yeah, that's great. A lot of people have wrestling backgrounds. So once they face Khabib, it's a different animal. And that's not because I'm a huge fanboy. It's the facts. Like,
no, I mean, you are a huge fanboy, though. I do agree with what you're saying, though. Like, everyone talks about, like, oh, Justin Gaethje's wrestling credentials, he's so good. It's like folklore at this point. Like, honestly, like, Justin Gaethje's MMA wrestling
career
skills
I mean, his career has been based off of his striking.
Exactly.
That's
all it is. His wrestling skills in MMA are pretty much like as
non-existent.
Yeah, exactly. They're as real as Sasquatch. You know what I mean? Like, we just haven't seen that. You know what
they are? You know what they're as real as? They're as real as Yoel Romero's MMA wrestling.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Like, when do we see Yoel? Every time Yoel Romero fights, dude, it's crazy. And every single time he fights for the rest of the time, this will be the case. Where leading up to a Yoel Romero fight, it was like, it's going to be, yeah, but Yoel can wrestle him, and if Yoel takes him down, then it's gonna be. And it's like, he doesn't do that. Like, that's not who he is. I get his wrestling credentials, but he just doesn't fight that way. So, like, why are we gonna like put stock into that? That's the same thing with Justin Gaethje, and Khabib is a guy who's gonna be able to take him down. But I will say this though, I think that the person that is designed to beat Khabib is a guy who's not afraid to get taken down. Like, Conor clearly was afraid to get taken down, and that's why he got caught with that right hand. And that's why I thought Tony Ferguson had a chance, because he's not afraid to get taken down. So that could lead to him being a little bit more open on the feet. And once the fight gets there, Tony Ferguson was more of a submission threat than Justin Gaethje will be, where Justin Gaethje, we just think he might be able to get back to his feet, but like he might not be afraid to get taken down, which might lead to him being able to work his hands. Because I think that's how it is. But
and I agree with every point you made except one. And that's not why Conor got caught with that right hand. He got caught with that right hand because Khabib is an effective striker. Let's not get that twisted, buddy.
He is, though. I don't know.
Khabib. People always talk about Khabib. You know what I'm saying? And he got a gaping hole in his game, and it's his hands. You don't get to 28-0 with a gaping fucking hole in your game.
But I'm not saying it's a gaping hole. It's different though. It's saying that like if Khabib and Conor fought in a boxing match, no one's taking Khabib. And I don't think Khabib lands that right hand in a boxing match. But when you factor in, listen, like he's 28-0, one of the best, because he's well-rounded plus dominant in one certain aspect of the sport. And I'm not saying that he has a hole in his striking, but I'm saying that against Conor McGregor, who I'm not a Conor fanboy or like hater, I'm just like kind of whatever about him. Like, I just don't think he gets hit with that right hand. I don't think he gets hit with that right hand.
Conor fanboy.
Anthony will defend me here. Like, I shit on Conor. I shit on it but like, I don't think he gets hit with that right hand. I call it.
I have to fire back at you, John, with this. Then, what was Khabib doing with Dustin? I think it was the second round, maybe he struck with Dustin, and Dustin.
But that's what I'm saying, though. But that's the point, though. Like, we could go back and forth, and I don't think we're gonna have a definitive answer where, like, you could say that that's because of his striking. I could say that's because his opponent is afraid of getting taken down. And like, we don't know the answer to that because we're not in Dustin's head, we're not in Connor's head, but we could go back and forth between that. But I think an absolute lunatic like Tony Ferguson or a lunatic like Justin Gaethje that's just going in there saying, fuck it, whatever happens, happens. I think that is like step one of beating Khabib. Like, that's the mentality that you need to have.
I gotta be honest with both of you fellas. I think before Khabib really established himself against Michael Johnson, now, I mean, I think everybody's afraid to be taken down by Khabib.
I don't think Tony Ferguson. I think Tony Ferguson really believed he could submit Khabib from his back.
I do too.
And that type of like thought process, like I always think back of.
Oh, guys, wait! Edson Barboza is about to finish Dan Ige.
I mean,
he just landed a disgusting. Okay, never mind. The fight went to the ground. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's on the ground now.
I always think about Masvidal versus Askren, where like after he lands that flying knee, they're like, "Oh, were you afraid that if it didn't land, that you would be in a tough situation?" And Masvidal said, "Listen, like if we just kept fighting, he'd probably take me down eventually, and I'd have to get back up. So if I couldn't get back up to start the fight, then like I didn't deserve to win." Like that same type of thought process, I feel like is what you need to bring against Khabib, and it's like. You might not be able to capitalize on that. You might still not be able to win. But I think that's like step one, because for a lot of these fighters, because I just don't see anyone there that's going to be able to stuff Khabib takedowns. Like I just don't see that for 25 minutes. I don't see how that's happening. So like being able to submit him from your back like Tony Ferguson or Justin Gaethje, who might be like able to get back to his feet enough and land some shots. I don't know. It's tough. It's a tough puzzle to figure out, and that's why no one has.
I mean,
you're right.
Anytime I watch that Khabib and Dustin fight, man, the look on Dustin's face when he's first like gets into a position where he's like, I can't break his hands off. Like, I can't lock this grip. That defines how Khabib's fights go. And I really think that's how Justin Gaethje's going to look. If he's able to knock out Khabib, by all means. But he ain't going to be able to fire off leg kicks or anything. Once he fires off a leg kick, Khabib's going for it. Yeah, it's not happening, dude.
Right. Yep. And I use that. And that's why I use that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, man, you know, these grapplers, man, I feel like the way that they use their striking is a technique within itself, man. The way these grapplers mix it up and make their unorthodox striking effective. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a technique within itself. Edson Barboza is definitely up 2 rounds to nothing in this fight.
Yeah, he's looking really good.
Chattering. Yeah, he looks, man, this is the best. This is almost the best Edson Barboza.
I mean,
man, he's fast, dude.
I thought Ige was opening up a little bit in that second round. I didn't think like it was clearly a Edson, round. I thought he was having some success striking to the body, but Edson's looking great, man. He answered a lot of questions.
Oh, it's close.
Unless he gets knocked out or finished, he's looking great.
It's a close fight. They just put the strike statistics on the screen. It's pretty close.
Who's going to be the next Brazilian to go down a weight class and find success?
Paulo Costa.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Right.
That dude could make 170 no problem if he cut off one of his legs.
Yeah. Dude, that's a good question, though.
The next Brazilian to go down a weight class.
I mean, shit. Aldo, Barboza.
I mean, who else is out? I mean, then who else we got? Nunes, Rivas, fucking.
Nunes will never make 125. She will never make 125 ever.
Never.
That's a tough one, man.
Especially that
I'd have to look at the rankings and get back to you.
Yeah, I mean, I just threw out like a little, like, kind of.
Yeah, that's a tough.
I'm not even sure there is an answer to that question.
I'm thinking hard, man. I'm actually thinking, like, who is it? Who would it be? Oof, it's a tough one. That's a tough one.
I mean,
Junior Dos Santos.
Yo, that's it. That's who it is.
JDS. I mean,
that's
to
who.
Be fair, fellas,
that could be
JDS is looking slim. He's looking slim.
Yeah,
he's looking slim.
I pulled that one out of my ass.
Yo, that's a good answer though.
I could see JDS at light heavyweight, dude. I could see him. I could see him make 205. I could
And
see JDS make 205.
and with his striking, I think he's given some of the top five problems.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna stay ahead of the game as far as like a Dominic Reyes. I think Dominic Reyes can put it on him for like a Glover, maybe Thiago, Jan.
Yeah.
JDS versus Jan is a fight that I want to see at light heavyweight.
That'd be beautiful.
Oh,
dude, Edson this is such this fight, dude. I think this is a clinic for Edson Barboza, though, man. Just a technical. I mean, it's a good fight for Ige. Ige's fighting a good fight, but Edson Barboza's a sniper, dude. He's a sniper. He's still those leg kicks. Fuck.
feels like he's starting.
Like he would fuck Brian Ortega up. Like as accurate of a striker as he is, like he would fuck people like Brian Ortega up, dude. I want to see how he's gonna look in his next fight.
Brian Ortega, it's clear as day he got to fight Zombie, guys. Can I get some early predictions out of you fellas? Zombie or Ortega?
I have to go Ortega that fight.
I think Zombie can stop him, but boy, I haven't seen Ortega fight in what, a year and a half?
Oh, 2 years? It was so satisfying to see Yair Rodriguez, who was getting his ass beat in that Zombie fight, dude. And he just landed the best knockout in UFC history, dude. That was the best knockout in UFC history.
I was with my roommate at the time, and we were watching that fight. And when he landed that, like, we went silent. We didn't know what happened.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't know about you guys, but like it was tough to tell when it happened, like if he landed, it kind of looked like Zombie just like tripped. And we were confused. And then when they showed the replay, like we just started screaming.
Yeah.
Dude, Zombie, he went limp instantly.
Yeah.
Like his body was like, it was like rubber.
Yeah.
Like he looked like rubber, bro. He did.
Yeah. He did.
I was like, what the fuck happened?
Dude,
how the fuck did he time that? Like, how did he know that was where Zombie was gonna be? Like, how the fuck did he know that shit, bro?
Like, to me, what was I was gonna ask what was a more shocking moment, that or Askren or Masvidal on Askren, but like I think it's got to be Masvidal because like you saw what happened with the Zombie one. Like I said, like I had like a kind of slight hesitation where I was just like confused, but crazy moments. Two of my favorite knockouts of all time. Two of my favorite for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think I was expecting Masvidal to just casually knee Ben Askren in the face.
But it made sense as soon as I saw. Like I didn't see it
especially when after the training footage got released after, and he was like, "You've been doing."
I get that, but like even like going into that fight, right? I didn't think no one like was expecting him to throw a flying knee, right? Like obviously, I'm not saying that I predicted that, but like as soon as it happened though. And like you could just like think through. Askren was always gonna duck his head. As soon as that happened, I was just like, "That's fucking genius." That is like we should have seen something like that coming, but we just didn't. Like no one saw that coming. That was crazy. I was shaking for a good while because Amanda Nunes fought Holly Holm right after that fight, I get all nervous for her fight. So like. That was just like a crazy stretch for me.
Dude. How he knew that Ben Askren was going to shoot immediately.
Dan Ige got the decision?
Are you fucking joking?
Robbery.
Are you fucking joking?
Dan Ige with the decision.
Wow.
Tough loss for Edson Barboza.
That's bullshit.
That's a bullshit loss, guys. Yeah,
I'm calling shenanigans.
the judging is definitely squirrely tonight, fellas.
I'm calling shenanigans. Shenanigans, bro.
Oh, come on,
That's two.
man.
That's two fucking picks that I got fucked.
Come on, man. That's this. Come on, guys.
I'm just getting worked with the decisions here.
I don't even want to look
Come
at my picks
on.
anymore.
Like, change the headline, by the way. I can't believe that happened.
Fucking A, dude.
I got you.
That sucks for Edson Barboza. Like, that was a great fight. He just, like, I hate that. I hate that. I hate when like it's so apparent that a fighter wins and they don't get the decision. Like, I feel bad.
Oh, are you guys tweeting?
Get on Twitter a little bit. How about you firing off?
Dude, if the crowd, if there was a crowd there, they'd be booing like a motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
They would be booing, dude. That was a robbery for sure. If I've never seen a robbery, that was a fucking robbery. It's in Barboza.
Wow.
Wow. Well, what do you think, guys?
Can't agree with that one. Can't do it.
Can't do it, coach.
Can't do it. Yo, we got Claudia Gadelia and Angela Hill coming.
All right, real quick, because I didn't forget my question.
Oh shit! I don't know how you remember that. Credit to you.
You remember.
Let's just say Amanda Nunes beats Felicia. She beats Megan Anderson. I mean, shouldn't the UFC be considering, prepping up a new rising star for the women's featherweight division? I mean, who else do we got out there? Who is Amanda going to fight? Dos Santos? Like, come on.
Norma Dumont is the person you're thinking of.
Yes.
I'm telling you, dude. It's Norma Dumont. That's why she's there. She's hot. She's marketable. She can fight. You know what I'm saying? Put her in there, coach.
I think that
Jay thinks the division is going to go away.
I think that
it's a tough call.
I think it depends on if Kayla Harrison can make 145. And I know I know that they train together. I know that they're like Kayla Harrison's training Amanda for this fight. I get that, but when you're someone as prestiged as Kayla Harrison is, if you dominate in MMA and you're undefeated in MMA and you're doing your thing in MMA and you also have the Olympic accolades that she has, like, how do you not make that fight? Like, that fight would be for the GOAT. Like, that's another fight for the GOAT. If Kayla Harrison can keep doing her thing, like, that's how that fight would be portrayed. Like, I think it's up for debate because I don't know, because, like,
she's got to get some legit wins, though.
And she's much bigger. She's much bigger than Amanda.
She's much bigger. Oh, yeah.
But, yeah.
I mean,
here we go, guys.
I can't believe this fight's here. My favorite division.
How does, Harrison's, what does her situation look like seeing how the season was suspended? Does her contract roll over or does,
I don't know.
No.
But I mean, they basically gave her $1 million last year.
For sure.
She didn't have to fight anybody.
They gave her no. She fought people she fought cans in that tournament.
Yeah.
The only real competition in that tournament was Sarah Kaufman, and they never fought.
Right.
Or did she beat Sarah Kaufman?
Nah, Sarah Kaufman lost the semifinals.
Sarah Kaufman lost. Yep. So that would have been if she had beat Sarah Kaufman, who was way smaller than her, in that tournament, then you could give it a little more credibility. But she didn't fight. I mean, she fought girls who were not really that good.
And PFL's exciting and it's interesting, and like I'll watch it when it's on, obviously. And there are some damn good fighters in PFL. Like Lance Palmer is one of the best 145ers in the world. Like there's some good fighters at PFL. Rory, obviously now, but if you're Kayla Harrison and you want to be put up there as like one of the best combat sport athletes of all time, and you want to be known as maybe the best MMA fighter of all time, and like all that kind of stuff, and you're looking for legacy, like you're not going to find that at PFL. Like, I'm sorry, and you're not going to find that at lightweight either. You're not going to find it at lightweight. Like you could go to Kayla Harrison could conceivably go to Bellator, and if she beats Chris Cyborg at 145 pounds and maybe even like a Kat Zingano, something like that, 145 pounds, like now, like we're having a real conversation about Kayla Harrison or Henry Cejudo. Like we're having like that conversation, because I think Henry Cejudo, love him or hate him, is the greatest combat sports athlete of all time. But like that's where the conversation goes. Like she doesn't even have to go to the UFC to necessarily do that. However, if she does go to the UFC and she fights Amanda Nunes, I get their training partners, I get their kind of friends. But like if that's on the line and they're just willing to put that aside and just fight, like that's what you need to do. You could win 100 PFL titles and get $100 million doing that. Like, go ahead, like whatever. And if that's what she wants to do, fine. But she's in it for legacy. She can't stay at PFL. She can't do it.
No. I'm just very curious about that, because when that is still a brand new baby, that featherweight division. It was brought on, because of Cyborg. We all know that. That was the reason why, she came to the UFC, because they built that division. So there wasn't much to look forward to. And now if she gets past Felicia, which I think she will, then she got to fight Megan. And then after Megan, it's just like the Wild West.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Do they shoot themselves in the foot?
I don't think there's really a clear-cut contender at 135 at the moment. Maybe Amanda will play around at 145 for a little bit.
I mean, John's been calling it for ages. Juliana Pena.
She's a dark horse.
Sure. Absolutely.
Juliana Pena is the one to upset Amanda or Valentina at 125 or 135. She's the one. And BJ talked about this when we were talking after the last time we made a video. He brought her name up too. Like, that's the name. That is 100% the name.
Absolutely. I agree with that 100,000%. Yeah. Juliana Pena is a threat to Amanda and the Valentina Shevchenko. Yeah. Period. I mean, period.
Like, people sleep on her. Like, no one talks about her. And I get it's because she hasn't fought in a while, maternity leave, all that. I get it. But, like, she's going to give one of those champions a problem. She really is. I'm excited for this fight.
Oh, real quick to answer your question earlier, John, I just thought of a name. I don't know how much it will work out for you, but what about your girl Viviane Araújo? What if she does another weight class change or something?
No, unless she goes down to strawweight and starts knocking everybody out.
Yeah, go to strawweight.
I think she could do well at strawweight, because like she could do like Jessica Andrade did. Like Jessica Andrade is pretty much
a tank.
Climb through the and Araújo fought at strawweight until she came to the UFC. So like if she went down a weight, like she could give strawweights problems. Like Viviane Araújo will be a problem for strawweights just because she hits so damn hard and like she's bigger. Right. I don't care what BJ says. Like I think she has a chance to upset people. I'm not saying she's better than Valentina or whatever, but she just hits hard, so she could knock them out, which is different than a lot of those fighters at 125. But 135, no, she doesn't have a chance. Not to climb through the rankings. Like she could like catch somebody, but she's not gonna climb through the rankings at 135.
That's like, I mean, that's like Irina Aldana all of a sudden knocking bitches out.
I mean,
like,
she did.
Fuck.
She did. And what's next? I think everybody forgot about her. I mean, what's next for her on the menu? She knocked out Caitlin Vieira. I mean, she hasn't had a big fight. I mean, who is there for her to fight? Let's be honest.
I
There's
mean,
not too
she's
many
not gonna.
names out there. She's not fighting
She should fight
Tatiana.
Aspen Ladd, man.
I
I
think she
think
knocks out Aspen.
Pena's gonna fight her. They were supposed to fight, and like
Didn't they rebook that?
I don't think so, but like when the virus hit, like UFC Columbus, where that fight was supposed to take place, it didn't happen because of the virus. But they were like in the process of trying to like get that fight rebooked.
You talking
And
about Juliana Pena and Aspen Ladd?
yeah,
Yeah, they were gonna make that fight.
they were gonna because like it was like, all right, Pena's not like that hurt, so we're gonna put her in there again. And if it seemed like it was gonna be a couple months out, like we might have been seeing that fight around this time at this point, but
Right.
But that still leaves Aldana in this no man's land. And there's, I think Holly Holm and Jermaine Durandamy should fight. Problem with that fight might be that they're out of the country, which maybe we get GDR versus Aldana because they're both.
Or you got Yana Kunitskaya in there. She lost to Aspen Ladd, but you still got to put Kunitskaya in there. She can fight somebody as well. Maybe Jermaine Durandamy versus Kunitskaya. They both coming off losses.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, because you don't want to throw. I mean, she is.
But what do you do with Holly?
Ranked. It's tough. You don't know because Holly's in a weird spot, and if you throw in Irene with GDR, you don't want to kill out Irene's momentum. What if she gets her ass whooped?
Yeah, I think that if Amanda wasn't defending 145 and she was defending 135, it would have been against Aldana, just based off of what she did at 245.
I mean, that's what we thought. We thought she was shaping up to fight Aldana when she was making that plan, and then that bombshell comes that she's fighting Spencer.
Yeah.
So it's tough. And Holly Holm, she's sort of in no man's land. I mean, she didn't have the greatest fight in the world with Raquel Pennington. Who did she fight? Does she fight
GDR? I think GDR. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at Kunitskaya either, though.
I mean, what if they completely abandoned Pena and Ladd and try to throw Ladd with Holmes or, Pena? Maybe.
No, because what if Holmes beats Ladd or Pena? Then you're killing off a contender. Where like if you put Ladd and Pena back in there together, then the winner is the clear number one contender.
Yeah, that's the true number one contender. You're right. Yep.
But then it still leaves Aldana in this weird spot.
Yeah, it leaves Aldana in there, man. I mean, maybe they can put Aldana in there with GDR or Aldana in there with Holly Holm. Well, then I think that would put Aspen Ladd in that weird play. Oh, dude, that's weird. 145 is weird.
You know who looked pretty damn good in her last fight was Sarah McMahon.
I was about to say that. Dude, I swear to God, I was about to say she's right. She's the number 9 ranked fighter. She's right there.
But she beat Lena Landsberg. Even though Lena Landsberg was on a real tear, but
she was coming off a long layoff. Like maybe you throw her an opponent like
I think like
Aldana. Yeah. But if you throw Sarah McMahon in there against Aldana, well, that's striker grapple. I don't know if I want to see that. The matchup is tough, but you see what I'm saying though, where it's like if Sarah McMahon had won that fight, then it's like, all right, maybe she's the one who climbs. But I don't know if you want to do that striker versus grappler or like whatever. I'll be right back. 1 second.
Dude, DJ, you gotta admit, man, the bantamweight division right now it's starting to get a little frustrating.
It's starting to yeah.
It's same thing with the flyweights. As much as I love Valentina, I can look at Valentina all day, but man, she's starting to become a big roadblock, and I think that's doing more damage to these new divisions than anything.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do? By the time, who's going to knock off Valentina, man? BJ, be honest with me, man. Who's knocking off Valentina?
Nobody. Right now, nobody. I don't think that there's... I think the best chance is probably Roxanne Modafferi.
What? John.
But listen, Roxanne Modafferi is the Shevchenko killer. Don't get it twisted now. Don't get it twisted now.
I mean, let's be honest. If we're gonna talk about that, Antonina Shevchenko is definitely like Clay Guida's brother. She isn't on the same scale as Valentina, man.
Well, she taught Valentina how to fight.
You can teach somebody how to fight, but they can capitalize on it and go on a completely different level,
That's
my
true.
friend.
That's true.
You know?
Let's see what Angela Hill's gonna do, though. Let's see what Angela Hill about to do with her little squirrely ass.
I'm surprised. I thought Claudia would look a lot bigger. She don't look too much bigger.
But see, Angela Hill can do that for a long time, though. What she's doing right now, she can do that. That's her thing.
Claudia looking a little thick around the middle.
Yeah, in the
she
middle,
does
the little
look
belly
big.
area. She got a little belly action going, fellas.
That's because T City been weighing it out.
Oh.
T City been humping little Thiago Alves. Don't she look like Thiago Alves though?
It was corny. Oh, these ladies are getting into a firefight, fellas, early.
Yeah, they're fighting. Angela Hill fighting, man.
Yes, I mean, this is
left.
what we expected. She was going to push the pace, but, you know, what happens in the second, third round, fellas, if we get there?
Right.
Good body shot.
Great shot.
Good body shot by Hill.
Yeah. They getting after it.
She's cracked, Claudia.
She did, yeah.
No takedown attempts in the first 2 minutes by Claudia. I'm surprised.
Very surprised.
She don't want to gas.
I mean, John, we had this discussion.
Look at Angela Hill throwing with power.
Yeah. Freaking John, we had this discussion at the beginning of the year. I'm sure, BJ, you've tuned in and seen it.
What's that?
If she gets this win, is Angela Hill breakout star 2020?
Yeah. She's on her way.
Yeah.
She's on her way.
Could be. She could be.
You gotta see
she
what
wins this
what
fight
happened.
for sure. Okay, we got some clinching going on here.
Don't sleep on Drew Dober for breakout fighter of the year.
True. I think he needs like at least 2 more wins though. Oh wow.
Or Kevin Lee.
Maybe because he broke out with Staff.
I know, right? I've seen him in 2 fights with Staff already. Okay, Claudia Gadella's got Angela Hill pinned up here. Let's see what Angela Hill can do what she can do in the clinch here with Claudia.
Nice little knee to the body.
If Angela Hill can keep this fight here, right now, I'll be very impressed. And I'll like her chances after this.
I mean, it looks, from the look on her face, it looks like she's using a lot of energy, but man.
Who, Angela Hill or Claudia?
Angela. Definitely Angela, I think.
Oh, there it is.
I mean, fellas, who else has she fought at the caliber of Claudia? I mean, maybe someone in the tough house. But
Esparza. She lost in the first round in Esparza.
Oh, now it's getting interesting. This is where I wanted to see it.
I think we got out of sync again, guys. I'm at 106.
106. I'm at 108, 107, 106.
I'm at 50, 49, 48.
You pause, John, then I pause.
I'll pause after this round. I won't say much.
Okay.
There's less than a minute left, and then we'll get the next round going.
Don't worry, fellas. I'll call it this time. I got this.
You know what's gonna happen? He's gonna forget. He remembered that random question like 4 hours later, but he's gonna forget to count down.
Okay, Claudia Gadelha looks to be dominant here. We knew that if this came to the ground, guys, we called this that if it went to the ground early on, Claudia Gadelha is gonna dominate.
But Angela Hill was doing her thing on the feet, though, right? Like she was getting.
She was. Yes, she was.
Oh, Claudia's a beast.
Yeah.
Angela's trying to wall walk, but it's not happening.
Good round, Claudia.
Ooh, ooh. Nice.
Scrapping. They are scrapping.
Yep.
The strawweight's bringing it. Okay.
Claudia cut, it looks like.
Is she cut? I
Yeah.
just seen a lot of redness. I just seen a lot of redness on her face. We are on commercial break. I have got to grab a beer, fellas.
You think, man? Watching Flo do her thing.
Man, fuck Flo.
And Flo's
My
been in
dad
the
loves
game for
Flo.
years. Flo's
Flo
been in the
used to be
game for
thick.
years.
When Flo first came around, she was thick.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Flo done got old now, though. Man, I can't believe I can't wait to talk about these fights, man, in the days coming, because once again, I'm just pleasantly surprised of how good this card turned out to be, man. This is a great card. It's like everybody's fired up, man. I guess quarantine did everybody right.
Yeah.
Because they just fucking fired up and ready to go, man.
Quick question, John. Where'd you stop at so we're not all screwed up?
I'm not stopped because they don't have the time yet. Hold on.
Well, I'm looking at Nunes and Spencer right
me
now.
too. All right, I'm at 450. I'm gonna stop it at 440.
All right.
Okay.
I'm waiting for them to move Felicia and thing. All right.
Yeah, I'm about to stop at 440.
Right. I'm at 440.
449, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Bang, fellas.
Right.
There we go.
Quick little sync up.
Quick little sync up. Look at it. I mean,
Angela's going after it, though. I like it.
she's going after it. Do you think Claudia tries to get back into that grappling exchange, fellas?
Yeah, I do.
Claudia looks to be slowing down already, man. I'm sorry, but I'm starting to see her slow down a little bit. It may just be me. Maybe that's just because that's what I'm looking for, but
I mean, it's
nice
Claudia,
elbow by Angela
DJ.
Hill.
We usually see Claudia slowing down by the second, you know? Yeah, and she's cut. I knew I wasn't crazy, man. Come on.
Once Claudia get cut, she slows down.
Yep.
Oh my God! Angela Hill drops Claudia Gadelha. What the fuck?
What a bomb and a half.
Angela Hill drops Claudia Gadelha.
I need a drink for that. Oh my Lord.
Dude, she knows that she can do that now. She's gonna hunt, dude.
Oh, that uppercut. Cracking
Dude,
on
Claudia's hurt.
The confidence
She's hurt.
is there.
Dude, if Angela Hill wins this fight, she's a star.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that confidence is through the roof right now. Ooh, that head kick was close. Confidence through the roof, fellas.
Her confidence is bubbling. Oh, yeah.
I mean, unless a big action takes place, it got to be Angela.
Right.
Too, depending on how you score the end of that round.
Angela has got Claudia leaking and got her knotted up, bro.
What are you thinking, John? You on your edge over there?
No, I think that, clearly this is Angela's round, but I mean, we're still only halfway through. Like, she dropped her. If Claudia takes her down and dominates,
gets her to the cage.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, Angela Hill with the reversal. Nice. Angela Hill is working her ass off, guys. See, I love to see that. I love fairy tale stories like that.
This is what we said, though, right? Like, if it's on
the
feet,
Angela
Hill's going to dominate. If it's on the ground, Claudia dominated once she got the fight to the ground.
Absolutely. Absolutely, bro.
That's the one story of the fight. Where is it taking place?
Right.
It's pretty amazing to see the evolution of Angela Hill over the years.
Wow.
She wasn't
No
even
one saw this coming after
she
got submitted by Randa Marcos. No one saw this coming.
Randa Marcos is an excellent grappler, though. You know, you can't sleep on that win, that loss to Brenda Marcos is a dangerous opponent to anyone she fights. She's an excellent grappler. She just hasn't put it all together yet. You know what I'm saying? But Angela Hill, when she lost, that was a bad look for Angela Hill to lose to Brenda Marcos, though, for sure. I see what you're saying.
They had some drama from the Tough House, too.
Whoa! Claudia Gadelha cracks her.
I was just about to say, too, Claudia's starting to look a little bit like she did with Nina, but I think it's the lack of confidence. She's getting it back. Nice little leg kick.
She's starting to land.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
starting to land a little better.
That's because I think Angela got a little overconfident and
Yep. Oh, nice rip to the body by Angela
Yeah,
Hill.
it was.
Oh, nice. She's ripping the body, dude. She's doing bringing that Stipe, Miocic approach.
Beautiful jab by Angela.
Stipe's gonna fake a body shot and turn it into an uppercut and knock DC out in the next fight.
He called that earlier, and I fucking hated it. I was like, he's this fucking guy. If he calls this, I ain't never gonna hear the end of it. If he knocks
That's what I would do, right? That's what I would do. Fake to the body and just turn it. Boom. See ya. Bye.
Dude, if Angela Hill could, never mind. She did. I was going to say, if she could start landing that teep kick to the body. As soon as I said that, Angela Hill! Dude, this is the best Angela Hill I've seen. This is the best Angela Hill I've seen in the UFC. Hands down.
Definitely stand-up performance. Her best stand-up performance by far.
These fights are living up, dude. These fights are. This is the best fight card of the week. I'm sorry.
One of the best of the year.
Absolutely, dude. This is a fantastic card. This is why, like, I have a few buddies that are casuals. Oh, we only watch the pay-per-views. I'm like, you guys don't know what you're missing, dude. Yeah. You guys don't know what you're missing. You don't know anything about the sport if you only watch the pay-per-views. Get the fuck out of here.
It's the equivalent to not watching the season, but you watch the playoffs. Everybody's going to tune into the playoffs, BJ.
Exactly.
Everybody is. Even I am. Like, I'm not going to watch a game of Giannis throughout the season, but once I know the Bucks are in the playoffs, I want to see Giannis go off. Like, it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she cracked Claudia good.
Angela Hill.
John, I got to tell you, man, if I could, I'd shake your hand. I think we're looking at the 2020 breakout star. Drew Dober don't have a lot of fights this year, man.
Right? Like, why not? Why not Angela Hill?
Angela Hill can take the rest of the year off.
Nice jab.
Yeah, legit.
I mean, what fight is this in 2 years? Her, like, 7th, right? Her 8th or something crazy?
No, it's like her 4th fight this year, ain't it?
It seems like it's like...
Yeah, no, it is. It is her 4th fight.
I said 7th. I was way off.
I mean, by the end of the year, it'll probably be 7.
Yeah.
Well, Claudia was winning that first round, it looks like, you know?
Claudia won that first round. It's 1-1.
Really? They gave the first round to Claudia?
I think she was doing damage when she got that takedown.
Right. I forgot about the takedown.
And she landed shots, too, while they were on the ground.
Claudia doesn't look to be too out of it. She looks like she's still in there.
I feel like if she gets one takedown here and then goes from there, like, she's going to win this fight. One takedown.
She's fighting with a little bit of urgency, fellas.
Yeah, this is a good fight. She's not as passive as she was against Marcos.
Right. But Angela Hill is in there, though, man.
Which would make it even more impressive if Angela Hill gets the win, because this is a good version of Claudia. Claudia's fighting well too.
Right.
I'm loving this Angela Hill jab, though.
Me too, man. I'm riding high on her right now. I can't believe what I'm seeing, dude. She looks amazing. Just keeping the pace, dude. That's why I said she can keep that pace, dude. She's going at the same pace she was round 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, she can keep that pressure. She's staying in Claudia's face. Let's go, overkill.
Claudia's eyes busted.
Good right hand.
Don't seem to phase her at all.
think advantage
Always.
Claudia so far this round. I don't know. It's close.
I gotta admit,
job.
until it just popped up on the bottom of the screen, I forgot Kevin Randleman was inducted to the Hall of Fame. Rest in peace, Kevin. But
I know.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
I feel like our reaction was classic. We were just all confused.
yeah,
I'm glad we filmed it, but I could have thought about many other. I could think about 5 people who should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
yeah.
Frank Shamrock isn't in the Hall of Fame.
Shamrock
Right.
brothers definitely need to be in there at some point.
Ken's not either?
I don't think Ken's either in it. No,
I mean, if Ken's not,
he had the fucking
Frank should
whole.
be too.
He had the whole drama with Dana
Yeah,
for like
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
10
Angela
years.
Hill with
They
the
just
body
cleared
kick.
that up.
I mean, Claudia just got to take her down. Like, just shoot for a takedown.
Angela's being so effective with the kicks, though.
Guys, it's about to hit, 140
Oh,
third round, and Angela Hill looks like she just entered the fight. Like, she looks great.
exactly. Yeah,
She looks
yeah.
great. Ooh, she just got stunned, though, I think.
But we knew that, though. That's why it was so important for Claudia to take her down.
Claudia looks good, though. She's not fading. She's in it. They're both in it. This is the fucking bar. Oh, she pushed her.
Oh, shit.
Getting frustrated. And she looks good, but BJ, that damage is wearing on her face well.
Oh, it's wearing, dude. Oh, it's wearing. And Angela Hill just sticking the jab in her face, man. I told you, she just sticking the jab, switching stances, bro. She looks amazing.
I think Angela Hill might get the decision just based on, like, I mean, it's close either way, but, like, volume itself is just...
Yeah, absolutely. Activity, man.
That knockdown was huge, though. Huge.
Yep, that was huge. I think that counted more than the takedown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Claudia Cordelia, for sure.
I mean,
look at Angela Hill. This is the best she's ever looked.
I'm sorry to be that person, but you gotta remember we're coming off of an incredibly controversial decision, fellas.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, you're right. God,
two
I
of
hope
them.
the judge.
Cheeto Vera should have won, in my opinion, too.
Yeah. I hope they don't cheat her out of this win. Who do you guys have?
I got Angela, man, but Claudia's in it to win it. Claudia's in it to win it, fellas.
I think that's a close third round.
Oh, good fight, ladies. Good fight, man. That was a good fucking fight. That was an awesome fucking fight. Dude. Every fucking fight. What a night of highlights for the sport, man.
Crazy.
This whole night. There's crazy highlights from every single fight tonight. And it's rare that you get cards like that, man. There hasn't been one stale fight on this entire card. Guys, I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting close to being about 2 shades in the wind. I'm feeling great, and I'm glad that we're sitting here and we're talking about the best sport in the world with my boys. Yes, but Angela Hill, if they screw her out of this decision, dude, I'm going on an anti-UFC boycott.
I mean, it can't be the UFC, man. It got to be the judges. And if assuming Angela wins, I'm hoping she wins. She deserves the victory. I think Claudia answered some questions going into this bout. She looked great. It's not like she got her ass whooped.
Right. She looked amazing, dude.
I just don't like
she
how
faded, but not as much.
I just don't like how she got sucked into Angela's fight.
Yeah, she did.
She looked good there. She looked good against Angela in Angela's fight, but she didn't. I don't know. I feel like she should have tried to take her down more, especially in that third round.
You can tell she's getting frustrated when she pushed her. Like, what the fuck? Stop moving. All right, fellas.
Here we go.
We have another controversial decision on our hand.
I don't think either way would be too controversial. I think that third round was close. I would have given it to Hill, but I don't think it was like crazy like the other ones. Like Barboza won that fight.
Dude, I think Angela has a 2-1 either way. We're going to have a great night of prelims. fucked over by a night of controversial.
Oh no!
Yes, we are, fellas. Yes, we are.
Oh,
I
come
mean, that's 3
on!
controversial decisions in a row.
Come on, guys.
BJ, if you were to do a poll, and John, if you were to do a poll off of Bloody Canvas, I'm pretty sure everybody thought Angela won this fight.
Yeah.
Oh, come on,
Well,
man.
John, not John. BJ, the floor is yours.
I don't even know what to say, bro. I don't even know what to say at this point. Oh, come on, dude. I had it clearly 2-1 for Angela Hill, dude.
She looked great wrapping her up in that first round, but man.
Did he just say Carla Esparza?
She called out
Oh,
Carlos Esparza.
she called out Carla Esparza. Okay.
I mean, John, you've been saying this. She is in a position where she's right there in the division.
Dude.
Can a fight with Carla Esparza potentially set up Claudia for title contention, or does she have to get past Joanna?
I think Claudia versus Joanna. I think if Rose beats Andrade and Rose fights for the title, I think you make Claudia or Esparza versus Joanna.
I think Esparza needs to avenge that loss to Joanna and Jacek, though.
Yeah, but Claudia's got 2 losses to her, and one was really close. Like, I'd be cool with either one. I'd be cool with either one of them getting the fight. I don't really care at this point. But I think that if you book it, but it depends, though, because we just don't know what's happening between Rose and Andrade. And at this point, I mean, it's already halfway through May.
Yeah.
Maybe you just go right ahead and book that Joanna rematch with Wally Zhang. If that's the case, then you wait a little bit. Then I think Claudia versus Esparza makes a bunch of sense. But one of them should fight Joanna if Rose beats Andrade, in my opinion. But that fight's not even booked yet, so who the hell knows what's going to happen there?
Yeah, who the hell knows? And plus the way this fucking judge, dude, I can't get past this judging at the moment, dude.
That was crazy.
I just can't get I can't get past this judging. This is crazy.
I mean, John, we're gonna have to talk about 3 controversial decisions. I mean, were they as controversial as they seem, or were they a lot closer than what we perceive?
I'd have to go back and watch and score them.
Look at some stats. I mean,
yeah, man.
Big win for Claudia. Either way, big win. Tatiana's out of the picture, it looks like, for the remainder of the year, depending on how things go with the Rona and everything. So she's right there.
Yeah, but I think she just needs to get a good win. Like maybe a Felice Herrig return fight with versus Claudia Gadelha. Something like that, dude. She probably needs another good. I think she needs another good win before she fights somebody in the top echelon. I mean, a quote unquote win over Angela Hill isn't enough to propel her to the top, dude. She lost that fight.
BJ, I gotta be devil's advocate. She just defended her spot as the number 6 ranked fighter in the division, and you're gonna want to take a step back and fight Felicia Herring. You're not going to want to do that. You just defended your spot, and she's been on a rocky road for about a year and a half now.
Yeah, but I mean, a win over. I mean, okay. Well, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. A win is a win. Yeah, you're right.
Fight's over, Joe. We're about to freaking walk into Overeem Wall Harris, man. Nothing else we can do about it.
Yeah, ain't nothing we can do about it, man. You're right, bro. It's over. But all we can do now is talk about it. But fuck, man, I hate those squirrely decisions, dude. I do, man. The judging's been good all week since last week, and now we got this. I mean, three on one card, bro. Give us a break.
Back to back.
Yeah, I know.
I could accept it when it's spread out, but when it's back to back to back, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
What
Oh
are you
yeah.
doing
I
here?
know, right? Let's see what we got going on here, man. So what you got, guys? Think this is gonna be a first rounder, or you think this is gonna go the distance? Or I don't see it going the distance with Walt Harris. I've never seen Walt Harris in a 5-round fight. I
Right.
mean, go 5 rounds, but what do you
I
guys
think
think?
if it gets out of the first round, I think it's all over him. But, you know, what do I know? I just thought Angel Hill won that fight.
Yeah, I mean, crazy. I think the longer this fight goes with Walt Harris and Overeem, the more it favors Overeem, like for sure, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Both show. Both show. I feel like Overeem has to. I mean, Overeem, guys. I mean, he's taken so much damage over the years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he just keeps on coming, keeps on coming. I don't feel like he should be trying to eat shots from Walt Harris, though. I think he's gonna have to do something. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think he clinches him? Do you think he goes for a takedown? I mean, do you think
Yeah,
he
I could see
stands and
that.
trades with him? I mean,
I would like to see Overeem do that as a part of his game plan, but for some reason, Overeem likes to strike, man. He likes to strike. He likes to test the waters. He just does. We've seen him do it time and time again.
yeah, you're right, dude. He does. He likes to play with fire, man. He did it with Ngannou. He paid for it. He did it with Rosenstruck, and he had incredible success against Jairzinho Rosenstruck. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
I mean, hell, you can go down the list with Alistair Overeem. Shit, he's fought everybody.
He's fought everybody. He's fought everybody.
No,
He
man.
made Stipe tap.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my God.
It's clearly a
You hear
tap.
this? You hear this guy, man?
See what I gotta deal with on a day-to-day basis.
Oh,
I
every
see. I
day.
see now, dude. I see for sure. Especially talking about Overeem and Stipe. Come on, bro.
Oh, BJ, you should see when I'm really in Habib mode. Oh, sometimes John wants to kill me.
Dude, dude. Next time you get in Habib mode, let me be in. Let me be in Habib
I
mode with you,
need
bro.
you.
Because I'll go right
I
there
need
with
some sanity. No, you're gonna be on his side.
you, dude. I'm a Khabib fan, bro.
I'm not
I'm a Khabib.
anti-Habib though. That's the thing. Like I'm not
He's really
anti-Habib.
not. The
I'm
only
not
You're
at
time
just
all.
not a believer. You're just not a
No,
believer, bro. Like
no, that's not
you don't
it.
believe.
That's not it.
You're saying no to the O.
No,
no to
no,
the
That's what you're
oh
saying.
that's
oh I
not
love
it.
that.
That's not
No
it.
to the
Anthony,
oh.
Anthony, as a Habib, homer, how would you classify me when it comes to Habib? I'm not
I would say,
anti-Habib at all.
I would say, all right, as my honest opinion, as someone that speaks to you every day, I would say you're able to tolerate Habib, but his shenanigans get under your skin, and the minute him and Conor McGregor are in the same conversation, you want to jump out the window.
Yeah, I'm frustrated with Habib and the lightweight division. And it's not just Habib. I'm the same way with Connor. I was the same way with Tony, where it's just like everyone talks about how great the lightweight division is. And I get that it is in terms of star power, but it's also the most
Yeah,
frustrating division by
Easily, easily,
miles in the UFC.
easily.
And I just get
No
frustrated.
competition.
I get frustrated by like the whole situation. I'm not anti or pro Connor. I'm not anti or pro Habib. Like I 100% acknowledge their skills. I 100% appreciate how great they are. For sure. It's just like this whole situation has been very frustrating. That's all.
yeah.
That's like
It
that's
has.
where I'm at with it.
It is.
Also,
But
John
you run into
feels
that when you get to that star power, though. You run into that though
Yeah, I
when
get
you
it.
get to
They're a little bit of
those big
divas.
those
They're both divas,
right.
and I'm not saying that that's unearned. I'm just saying that like let's acknowledge the fact that they're both a little bit of divas, and like some people, like Habib fans, will call Connor like such a diva, and like among other things, and like they'll go on about Connor, but you look at Habib, and it's like kind of the same thing. The dude fights once a year, and it's like it's just frustrating. It's frustrating. He's great. I have nothing against him when he fights. It's just that's typically once a year.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I must
What were
say
you
too,
saying? What were you saying, Ant?
John does say as long as Habib is the champion, he will continue to somewhat delay the division, right? In a sense, not delay it, but continue to make it jam packed to where it's not
No.
title defense, title defense,
Well, I
title.
said it is that it has been that way,
Yeah,
and
It's bottleneck.
I blame Habib. I blame Habib for hopping over the octagon, and then that makes the lightweight the interim title fight between Holloway and Poirier, which is a great event. Don't get me wrong, but like that fight should have never even have had to happen,
no.
and that should have been
Right.
Tony Ferguson fighting him that night, and it's just like. I don't know, man. It's been frustrating. And to acknowledge whether you love or hate Habib or love or hate Connor or love or hate Tony Ferguson, like to not acknowledge the fact that that division has been frustrating to deal with in the past few years, like that's crazy town. And it's not one of their fault. It's all of their fault. It's just like let's just acknowledge that it's been frustrating. That's all I say about it.
Real quick, just to interrupt, Walt Harris looks fucking huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
He looks big as hell.
Looking like Cormier.
Jeez. I mean, he's huge. He's way bigger than Alistair Overeem. Way bigger. People be sleeping on how much money Alistair Overeem make too.
It's crazy.
That motherfucker. Yeah, he makes 6 figures per fight.
He fights a lot. He's one of the more active fighters in the division.
And him and Arlovsky make money. Like they make money when they fight in the octagon. Straight up.
Quick question for you, BJ. Were you surprised by Arlovsky's performance the other night?
No, I wasn't surprised by his performance because Arlovsky's never been not a good fighter. He's never really looked bad in any of his fights. You know what I'm saying? He just fights really good guys. Like he fights good guys, and he gets, I think his path to keeping up with the new fighters, the new wave of fighters, I think it was a little slow, but now I think it's starting to catch up, just like Alistair Overeem. You know what I'm saying? Like those older guys, they're still in it, man. And I think they're slower to evolve just because of the time that the time that they came into the sport. You know what I'm saying? They're a little slower to evolve than this new wave of people that's coming in, man. I wasn't surprised at all. Like I always knew that Arlovsky had wins left in him for sure.
Overeem looks like he means business.
Yeah, he does. He does.
I was just looking at his lip trying to find the scar. Like, where's that shit at? Because they did a great job at plastic surgery.
Oh, yeah. You can see it in the interviews when he's talking, though. You can definitely see the scar. But it's not, the hair grows over it and everything. So his hair grows over, so you can't really see it. God, he's big, too, though, man.
Jacked.
You forget how jacked Overeem is until he takes his shirt off. And you're like, fuck, oh, yeah, Overeem is still jacked.
Thank God no one pulled a Brendan Schaub and said either of these boys are looking thick. Like, I would have threw up in my mouth.
Did anyone see that Photoshop picture of Brandon Schaub standing with those girls and they Photoshopped the girls' pants on Brandon Schaub? That shit was so funny.
I didn't see that.
I'll have to show you guys that. That shit is hilarious. But he's a pussy, though, for calling out Reddit like that for streaming the fights, man.
He was the ultimate scrub for that. Like,
he
that
fucked
was
us
the
all up.
Yeah, I watched the fights on Reddit and shit. Shout out to them. Fucking dickhead.
Shout out. But he fucked them up. We're not going to say who we use. Don't say it.
And then on top of that, he tries to act like he didn't like start the wildfire when that whole shit got shut down. He tried to act like
he went into detail about how good the streaming was and the quality. Oh, it was such
he hinted around it too much.
It was like top-notch quality. I'm like, Brennan, shut the fuck up, you fucking idiot.
Like he's the only person in the world to watch a fight like that.
Right. Dude, Walt Harris, 264 and a half. Dude, he had to cut weight. Overeem, 253. No, he didn't cut no weight.
I gotta admit, man, it is pretty crazy when you see that Overeem has the highest accuracy rate in the whole fucking UFC.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Overeem.
He's got a 3-inch reach advantage too.
Mm-hmm.
Walt Harris is so huge, man.
Walt Harris is huge, but he is in for a tough fight. Tough fight.
I think we could get 5 rounds here.
You think so?
I think we could. I don't know if I predict it, but like
Can
it.
Walt Harris last 5 rounds?
That's what I mean. Can he last on the ground with Overeem for 5 rounds? Unless Overeem freaking gets starched in 30 seconds. It would be great
Also
for Walt
possible.
Harris. Walt Harris, that'd be huge for him. Outside of everything, he'll keep that streak going of starching everybody very early. Big ticket, fellas.
To sync mine back up with whoever's I can hear.
I think
that's John. Come on.
I think I'm a little behind.
John with the volume. Come on.
No, it's okay, man. No, keep it where it's at.
I'm at level. I was at 8.
No, turn it back up so I can hear it. There we go.
They're going to Overeem right now.
Overeem needs a haircut, bro. Look at that shit he got going on. Is that like half a mohawk? Right?
He looks jacked, but he's also looking a little
now we're there.
Carrying a little extra around the middle.
In his face, he looks a little concerned, but that might just be his game face.
Yeah.
That scar is clear as day now. You can see the color.
Reem looks good, man. He looks good.
Jesus, look at the size.
I hope he doesn't come in with his hands down. Like Reem has a weird stance with his hands down.
That wide stance, and he tries to, grab the wrists and shit.
Come on, Walt.
Like I hope he does, because Walt Harris will fire and knock him the fuck out.
Come on, Walt.
I want to see the big ticket get her done.
Come on, Walt.
Here we go.
Come on, Walt. Let's go, baby.
Ticket.
Main event, guys. Main event.
Tense over here, fellas.
Alistair Overeem is an underdog. Wow.
I'm over here. You can't see me, but I'm over here like checking kicks and shit.
Look at Alistair rolling punches.
Walt keeps faking that kick.
Oh, Overeem!
Nice kick by the
That was a beautiful kick. That was a beautiful kick. Oh my God. Oh, nice from Overeem. Nice.
Oh! Come on, Walt. Come on, Walt. Come on, Walt. Come on, Walt. Come on, Walt.
Come on, Reem. Get up.
Stop the fight.
Over. It's over. Oh no! Let's go, Reem.
Stop the fight. Stop the fight. Stop the fight. Stop the fight.
Walt, keep going. Walt, don't stop.
Come on, Walt. Come on, Walt.
Don't fucking stop.
Come on, Walt.
Let's go, Reem. Get up, Reem.
Don't fucking stop. Get out of that. Get out of that.
Come on, Walt.
Fellas.
Come on.
Let's go, Reem. Let's go, Reem. Let's go, Reem.
Reem's hurt.
Let's go, Reem. Let's go, Reem.
Reem's leaking. Reem's leaking.
Bloodied.
He's leaking.
Oh, he's a mess.
Who's Darren Elkins?
Jesus, he's a mess.
It's over. Ooh. Oh, what the fuck is that?
Come on. Keep going. Oh, shit.
Oh.
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
Oh, let's go, Reem.
Walt's taking some big breaths here. Big breaths.
And you're
Oh,
a crafty
man.
veteran, dude. That's experience talking. What we're seeing is the experience of Alistair Overeem. That's what we're seeing. That's what we're seeing, guys.
And a mistake by Walt Harris. I just gotta say that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, a huge mistake. He got a little too crazy. Alistair Overeem, he'll take a punch, dude. He'll get hit.
He got had the Reem hurt.
You know what, guys? You know who we got? You know who the real MVP is here? It's fucking Dan Mergliotta.
Yeah.
That's the fucking real MVP right here, dude. Not stopping the fight, giving the Reem the opportunity to get. He could have easily stopped that fight,
Easily.
and we wouldn't be seeing what we're seeing right now.
Shit, I wouldn't have been mad at it, to be honest with you.
I wouldn't have been mad at it either, dude. Because if Reem would have stood up looking like he's looking, I'd have been like, yeah, they did the right thing by stopping this fight. But now I'm like, okay, Alistair Overeem, the crafty veteran, taking Walt Harris down and dominating this fight.
Walt Harris is gasping. You're breathing right. Both of these fellas can take a break right now. Fingers out of the fence, Walt. Come on, you know fucking better than that.
Oh, Alistair just dominating. Get your hands out the cage, Walt. Get your hands out the cage, Walt.
Looking overwhelmed, fellas. I think he blew his wad going for the kill.
He blew his wad. He blew it. Alistair's
He can
about to kill
survive a
him.
minute. No, if he can survive this minute, I think he's fine. Because Alistair ain't gonna go straight for the takedown. Alistair ain't that fucking bright. Fingers out of the fence, Walt, before they fucking call that.
Oh my God.
I mean, they could stop this fight.
They could.
They can stop this fight.
There you go.
Walt is
He's
looking
turning.
gas.
You got to turn into him.
What is it? How does he get up here?
I mean,
I don't think.
you ain't
I'm
getting
not sure
up
he
with the ring
does.
sitting on you. With the
Unless he
ring-
can. Unless he can buck. You got to buck him off
Factor in
at this
200.
point.
Factor in 253 pounds sitting on you.
Right. That's what there you go. You got to his knees.
Mm,
Oh.
nasty.
Get up. Get up. Stand.
Mm.
Oh no, he's gonna survive the round. Oh.
Ah!
All right.
Oh man, I hope they don't stop the fight because of the cut. He's tired as hell.
Yep.
He's tired as hell.
Drink that water. Come on, drink that water.
Oh,
That
it's
was
a
a great
cut over
round.
his eye. That was a great round. Who do you guys give it to?
That's close.
That's a
That could go
tough
either
one there.
way.
Oh, look at that cut, man. You guys don't. I have to give it to Overeem. Oh yeah, he did. He dropped it.
Oh my god, if that front kick landed.
And it sucks because Walt slipped, and that's how he got there. Like that wasn't even like he didn't get dropped or taken down. He slipped.
Put it
Right.
together, Walt. Come on, baby. Oh, the Reem got a red beard.
No.
Oh yeah. Let's go, Reem. Ooh.
Reem ducking his head down a little.
Yeah, he is. Oh, nice. Nice by Alistair Overeem. That lead. Jump in right. That jump in right. Straight righty through it was very nice. Oh, Harris is huge.
Yeah, he's looking all right though. He doesn't look like too gassed at this point.
Better hope it doesn't go back to the ground.
Yeah, that's for sure.
They both taking a little breather.
Yeah, they are. Not much happening, right?
No.
Definitely advantage Walt to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Oof. Oh shit.
Oh, oh,
Oh,
oh,
oh, Alistair
oh,
Overeem. Oh man,
oh, shit.
Alistair Overeem is a fucking animal.
This fight's over.
It's over, fellas. I mean, those
Uh,
are shots to
Oh
the back of the head,
man.
this
but I
fight's
mean,
over. He's not doing anything. You gotta stop it.
Come on, man.
Dan's given hella chances.
Yeah, yeah,
He is
he gave
tonight.
Overeem a chance. You gotta give Harris a chance here. Come on,
It's
Walt.
only fair, right, John?
Come on, Walt.
I mean, those are shots to the back of the head, ref. What's going on?
Come on, Walt. You're not gonna ride this out for half a
No,
round.
no, no. It's over.
It's
It's
it.
over.
He's flattened.
Oh boy.
Oh, fellas.
Damn. Don't.
He can't do anything.
Yeah, it's
He
over.
can't do anything.
I mean, the Reem is so gassed he can't even finish him.
Yeah, I know, right?
If he just threw like both hands, I don't know what's going on with his left hand, but if he could just throw both hands, like this fight would
I
be
think
over.
they said something about one of their hands being injured.
He doesn't even have to land it, but if he just starts throwing his left hand, but it might be, Walt might have it.
Fuck.
Stop the fight. Thank you.
Uh,
Oh man.
Heartbreaking for Walt because but hey, the Reem showed up. The Reem had a lot. He just survived a fucking firestorm
Dude,
of
that
that
was a
first
tough
round.
fight. That was a tough fight. I had a feeling that this would happen though.
I mean, Walt got to be kicking himself in the ass for slipping. I mean, to have Overeem sitting on you like that and raining down strikes for the remainder of the first round. What are we doing here, fellas?
I hope he doesn't give up. Hope he doesn't retire.
I mean, to be honest with you, BJ, it wouldn't be the baddest move in the world right
It
now to
wouldn't
hang
be the
up.
baddest, but yeah, yeah,
No, it wouldn't
yeah.
be the baddest move in the world. It's very much possible that he rushed himself back in, but hey, if he would have
Right.
just got that win, I wouldn't have been saying that. So
Well, guys, that is the main event. I want to hear I want to hear your final thoughts of the night, man. It's been a great night of fights, guys. I mean, honestly, this card I have to put it as best card of the year so far. This was the best card. If you're talking true fans and true, people who really follow the sport, this is the best fight of the year.
I mean, John,
The
the
best
floor
card
is
of the
yours.
year.
Let me collect my thoughts.
I mean, I'd have to put like a lot of thought in it before I like really confirm that I think that it was the best card of the year. But I think at the end of the year, we're gonna look back at that card and say, "Damn, like that was a good one." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that was, 249. I think was a great card, and just in terms of the fights itself, I gotta give it to tonight. The impact and all that kind of stuff. And I am very swiftly going back and looking at every card to try and 247 was a good card too. 247
Yep.
was low key a very good card. And I am all the way back. Yeah, for me, this is the best card of the year so far.
Best
Yeah.
card.
I mean,
Best card of the year.
yeah.
I gotta be honest, fellas. We had a great night for Courtney Casey. Kevin Holland showed up in a situation where I don't think anybody was gonna, I don't think a lot of people had him stopping Anthony Hernandez, especially with a beautiful knee to the body. He shined.
Right.
I mean, Miguel Beza just fucking survived adversity and put away Matt Brown, fucking veteran of the UFC.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah.
the sport. He's a veteran of the UFC. And outside
Right.
of, those three controversial decisions, I'm going to be riding on those for a couple days. I got to clear my mind with that. Great
Yeah,
night
me
for
too.
everybody, but man, Alistair Overeem, he showed up. The Reem showed
Yeah, he
up,
showed up. He
but
showed up. He
I
showed up.
got it does bother me. I want to know what would happen if freaking Walt didn't just slip and fucking. Urgh.
Get taken down. Yeah, get drained out because he got drained out that first round.
Oh,
After he went down and Alistair got on him, man, it was
I
you could
gotta
just
be
see the gas tank.
BJ John. I mean, even before he was in that top position, from the way he was breathing, it looked like he blew his load trying to put
Yeah.
away the ring.
But that fight easily could have got stopped right there.
Yeah,
It could have. Yeah, it could have. And we would
And
have been okay with it because
and that's
he busted
kind of
the,
what I was
okay.
saying though. That's kind of like I started to, like the more I saw about everything that was going on, and like it just felt like the more that today went on and on, it just felt like it was just going to be like too much for Walt Harris. Like this is just, it just, as when it became fight day, it just everywhere, Anaya,
it can be
and it's just like,
overwhelming,
dude, I started getting
Yeah.
tired. Like it's just like so much. I can only imagine what he was going through. I picked Walt Harris. And it wasn't just like a pick just because like everything that he's been through, but like the more shit started going on today, like it just felt like so much pressure and all
He's about to
this.
ball his eyes out. You can tell. He's either gonna do it in the
Yeah.
octagon or once he gets out.
Right. Well, yeah, I feel the same way.
Uh,
I mean, he's talking. Let me see what he says.
this is heartbreaking.
Oh shit.
Uh,
Well, he didn't retire.
Hell no.
yeah.
Classy from both fighters.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I almost shedded a tear there when his
Yeah,
voice
that's
cracked.
tough,
Man,
man.
yeah.
Oh man,
It's
fellas.
it's
It's
impossible
tough to
to
watch.
not like